Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say that I spent some serious time at the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Henan Barao, TJ, Bryan Callen's friend, Dillashaw in Chicago. I guess I want to start by saying I'm famous.
You're famous?
Well, I didn't realize
You're
this,
UFC famous.
Well, I'm MMA famous, and here's the thing.
Is anyone going up to you at these fights? I'm about to shit on your party before you get this out.
No, it's okay.
Is anyone coming up to you going, oh, man, you were great in The Hangover in Sex and the City? No.
They're not.
They're saying, hey, Fighter and the Kid.
Okay, just calm down for a second. They're going, Bryan Callen for Fighter and the Kid. And what I realized, and I don't want this to come off the wrong way, I realized that I don't need you guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think I'm going to take the podcast away from you.
Yeah, hey, I bet you could sell that many shirts if it was just Bryan Callen.
Shut up, Brennan.
You know what you should?
I'll design my own shirts.
No. I got an idea. I'll manage you. You do your own podcast and bring on famous authors and scientists.
Kiss my ass.
And let's see how many downloads.
You kiss my ass, man.
Because that blew up for you.
Sure did blow up, didn't it? Dude.
How was it, though?
It was sick. Well, watching TJ do whatever he wanted.
Well, that's the thing I wanted to bring up. You didn't watch it. You were on the phone. And I can't tell you how many tweets I got and Instagram pictures I got, texts from everybody.
I'm glad you brought this up.
Text from everybody.
Yeah.
People were pissed.
Oh, I don't blame them.
And I said,
you know who I was talking to. How about this? So I go, I'm watching, I'm watching TJ put a beat down on, great fight.
How you can even feel your phone during the main event?
I hear it.
Me.
Believe it or not, I hear it. Or I look down somehow, and it's my wife. And I'm like, well, she's got the kids. She's at the airport. So I have to answer it because I'm like, maybe something's wrong. Well, guess what? Something was wrong. I get on the phone. She's like, the car's dead. You left the lights on. The car's dead, which I guess they did. The car is dead. Mm-hmm. And she's just freaking out. I was like, well, she got the kids. So I go, call AAA, tell them you have kids. But that's what I was doing, and I was trying to help, and I was like, this is how I was helping. I was like, well, thanks for calling me in Chicago. For sure, I can't do anything. Stop somebody and ask them for jumper cables. Oh. Do you have any jumper cables?
Trying to get her murdered?
She's like, I don't have any jumper cables.
This is in L.A.
Yeah.
Bad
she's
idea,
at the airport.
my man.
After her plane had been delayed for 4 hours, so she was flipping out.
Why don't you guys fly out of
I had
Burbank?
to sound concerned. Which I was, but the fight was going on, so I was like, I'm going to text Brennan and send him right over. That's why I called you. And then I called you.
Oh, yeah, you did.
But you were in the middle of watching the fight. You're not going to answer your phone.
No, I wasn't. I was with my dad. I didn't see the fights.
Oh.
I watched him on, I recorded him and watched him after.
Well, anyway, so my apologies to everybody. I was not being
I tried bailing you out because I probably got 200 tweets.
It was family. I had to.
How about your boy Callen talking in the main event?
I don't blame them. I hate that
with
shit.
Those great seats. So this is what I said. I tried helping you out.
What'd you say?
I put, I called him because I couldn't, which is true. I was at dinner with my dad. My dad was in town. I put my dad, I missed the fights. I was at dinner, so I called Callen for a play-by-play, kind of like a shitty fight companion.
Oh, you lied for me.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, bro.
But then you tweet out, oh, sorry, everyone. Talking to the wife, which everyone was like, oh, it was a bummer.
It's terrible.
I bailed you out.
Damn it.
I did you a solid, man.
Oh, man. Hey, guys, sorry. I was giving Brendan a play-by-play. Shit.
I know.
You should have told me that before that so I could have lied on air.
I know.
Now we don't edit anymore, so.
So you were.
So now you guys know what's up.
So you were there with Rogan, and you had a good time.
We had a
great
blast.
seats.
Well, first of all, we played the Chicago Theater. When you do 35 minutes to 3,500 people, that's a pretty cool experience. And I could hear Eddie Bravo in the wings. Eddie Bravo's in the wings, and I'm just hearing him. It was so great. He's got the greatest laugh. Yeah.
And he was there with Ben Saunders.
Well, he wasn't with Ben Saunders. He was with Anthony Hardonk, who's Ben Saunders' new striking coach, and with Ben Saunders' wrestling coach, whose name I forgot. But
no. He was at the UFC for Ben Saunders.
Yes.
No, he wasn't at the
And
event
Ben Saunders
with
won,
Yeah.
basically with a rubber guard, pretty badass. And
he's built for that. Anyways,
yes, he is. Yeah.
And then. So Chicago, and then you saw Tarek, our boy Tarek.
I saw one of my favorite people on the planet, Tarek
Ramsey.
Azim.
He was
there
with
his boy Ramsey, who got fucking robbed.
Did you see on fan questions? You know how we do fan questions every morning with a picture? Ramsey had a fan question for us. It was, hey, real quick, do you guys have the addresses to any of the Chicago judges?
I don't blame him.
Shout out to Ramsey.
I mean,
man.
He was so poised and he fought so well. He looked incredible.
I'll tell you what.
That guy was as tough as it gets.
Yeah, they're all tough. There's no worse way to lose than by a judge's decision where you won the fight.
But especially
believe
like
me. Hey, Believe me,
Yeah.
you would rather get knocked out or submitted
Of
and
course.
finished than win the fight and get screwed by the judges. Listen,
yeah.
it happened to me with Arlovsky.
Yeah.
He's fighting for a title now.
Listen, man, I was back.
Try that on for
I went
size.
back and he was there. Ramsey was there, and he was just so
Heartbreaking,
It's
man.
just he's like, what more do I have to do?
It's heartbreaking.
I mean,
you know what it's like, and this is for people who aren't in athletics or in the UFC. It's like, let's say you worked for 8 weeks. We'll make this like an 8-week fight camp. So you work for 8 weeks, and at the end of 8 weeks, you're supposed to get this big bonus, and your coach and your boss comes up to you and goes, "Hey, appreciate all the hard work. We know you're supposed to get paid. We're not going to do it though. No bonus and no check."
It's
you feel like
terrible.
fucking Clark Griswold off of
You are.
fucking Christmas Vacation.
It's terrible.
It's the worst.
When you perform that well, and he did with such poise and everything, and then you get robbed. And the problem
I think
also,
that's 3 losses for him in a row. So the UFC does not play that game. Although
looked-
Joe
he
Silva
looked
did
so
say he got
good.
screwed over.
Yeah, he looked so good,
They
man.
don't-
You got to keep
it's
that
tough,
guy.
man.
I know, but you got to keep him, man.
You
He
have
looked
to.
so
I
good.
think they realize he got screwed
He's
over.
young,
They
he's got
shouldn't
so
hold
much
those against
potential.
him. I think even Dana said he won.
Of course, everybody did.
Doesn't matter though.
And the problem with the judges, and I was talking to Anthony Hardonk and some of these other guys, is that, and I didn't realize this, but I believe, and I don't know if you know this, but when you're a judge, it is, I believe, a government. It's basically a government position. You're appointed.
Commission,
That.
yeah.
So the commission is a government agency
Correct.
that's all powerful.
Correct.
You really don't have any recourse, and
You can't do anything.
You can't do anything. And by the way, the judges don't have to have any fucking experience.
They don't have any experience. A lot of them just come from boxing,
So they have no idea. They don't know anything about
and
position.
there's
or
no
anything, jujitsu.
repercussions.
Yeah.
Name a judge in here for a UFC fight.
None of us know them. I was looking for them.
You can't.
It's so gross. It's so ridiculous.
After-
Don't they announce the judges their names though in before the fights? I think they do sometimes.
At the bottom of the screen,
Yeah.
but still, no one's writing them down, and you're not going to see them. You don't know what they look like. For me, after Arlovsky in Vancouver, I slammed the table and I was looking for the judges, not to hurt them. I would
Yeah,
never
obviously.
do that. Literally, just have a conversation with them.
Well-
Like, where the fuck do you guys get this?
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous.
Are you crazy?
But they don't know. These are not.
They don't know the repercussions though.
They also
don't
they
get
don't
it.
have any accountability. There's no accountability.
No, that's an issue,
and
man.
that's the biggest issue with fucking government.
But this is my thing. Why not have? All right, you have the judges live, right?
Yeah.
Then you have a governing body somewhere.
Yeah.
You can make
Of
it
5
Vegas.
fighters. Make it an odd number,
You
right?
make it 5 judges.
Okay.
That aren't biased, aren't swayed by the crowd, aren't swayed by walkouts or anything.
Yeah.
Egos, nothing. And they're in a remote location and they watch it televised what we see.
100%.
So then the judges on TV can have their thing. Then they communicate with these judges in a remote location, and then we make a decision.
Because now you're talking about getting the government, the U.S. government or the state government, to cooperate with something that makes common sense. Why would they do that? You know why? Their jobs get threatened. So they have a job.
everyone's on payroll, man.
Everybody's on payroll, and there's no accountability. And why in the world would they cooperate? So they can lose their job or have their job diminished? Nah, they'll hold on to their jobs, even though they have zero experience, and maybe they've watched some boxing. Or maybe that's and that's how they're judging it.
And then people
it's
go,
disgusting.
well, then-
But it's very, very. Nobody should be surprised when a government agency is running something. Never be surprised at how ineffective they are.
I agree. Well, but what about look at the DMV? Anyways,
Yeah.
what about and a lot of people say this. What if you had ex-fighters as judges?
I love
who
the
know
idea.
game? I love the
But
idea.
here's the question.
Here's the question.
If one
Are
guy's
they
a
gonna be
striker,
biased?
if one
Or are
guy's
they
a
gonna
striker,
be
the other
biased?
guy's a jiu-jitsu guy, one guy's going to score points for positioning. He's
No,
going to
no,
see
no.
things.
I said MMA fighters.
Right. That's better. Yes.
Man. Why the fuck would you have a jiu-jitsu guy? and a
Well, because
boxing
even
as
with
judges?
MMA fighters, you have some guys that are going to be more biased towards striking because they're strikers first. You have
For
some
sure,
guys,
but they're mixed martial artists.
Yeah.
I'm not saying have fucking
Of
Hoist
course you
Gracie
should have-
as
of course you
one
should have-
and have Kimbo Slice as
No,
the other
no.
ref. That's a
Of
bad
course
idea.
you should have-
Obviously, Kimbo's gonna be like, yeah, that guy punched more.
Yeah.
He has no idea about the ground.
But let me ask you this: how would you score? So for example, you get hit in the face.
You have to change
You get
the
hit in
rules.
the face, you get a point.
Well,
What about
there's
if
no
you have?
points.
What about if you have? What do you mean?
What do you mean points?
What if you get punched?
You get a
1 point.
point?
Yeah. Okay.
So
Now
you're gonna do total points? that hits
maybe
to the
watch.
face?
Now if you land a blow, that's a point. Now if you take somebody down, it's a point. Here's the next point, and I'm asking: what if somebody has somebody's back? If they just have their back,
Well, it's
is
a
that a
dominant
point?
position. Yes.
So it's a point. If they get mount, that's a point.
Well, of course.
Okay. So that
Well, the judges look at that already.
do they though?
Yeah.
It doesn't
Mount?
seem like they do.
They do for sure.
Oh. Well,
they do.
but
for
if that's
sure.
the case,
in
then
general,
Ramsey
in general,
Ramsey was behind, riding that guy's back the whole time.
No, in general,
Yeah.
they should look
He
at it.
He outstruck him 3 to 1.
But this is what they're missing. So let's say I fight a world class wrestler.
Yeah.
Or let's take me out of the equation. Let's say Jacare, who has an amazing jiu-jitsu game, right?
Yeah.
Off his back.
Jacare.
Yeah, fights an amazing
Crocodile.
wrestler, right? Let's say fights an amazing wrestler. And the wrestler takes Jacare down, but he's constantly in jeopardy of getting submitted. And Jacare's throwing submission here, submission there, submission there.
Right.
That should count. And the guy in the bottom's winning.
Yeah,
If the guy in bottom's
tricky,
doing
though.
work and the guy on top's just holding,
Right.
and he's constantly defending, almost getting submitted, and Jacare's getting back up, getting taken down, submission attempts should count.
I
towards
feel that's
something,
very
but it
tricky,
doesn't.
though. I feel that's very tricky because if somebody goes for a really amazing submission attempt,
And
but
falls to their back.
the guy's really good at defending, that's legit too. Part of jiu-jitsu is being a really good. It's like kind of like boxing where you don't get hit.
For sure, but okay, what if I'm on the bottom and I'm throwing elbows, beating you up, throwing elbows,
Right.
submission
Every time you get an elbow, that's a point.
elbows.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
And then the guy on top's winning. That doesn't make sense.
It is. It's more
The game-
complicated.
it's
than-
way more complicated
yeah.
than we're doing.
I mean, as you're talking though, I'm thinking about
it's
how
so
it would be kind of
complicated.
complicated. It's like you can understand
But-
why it's a little bit difficult to kind of.
It is, but you have to address it.
Yes.
Like I said, and we talked about this after my Arlovsky fight, which I hate to keep going back to. But all we ever say is, part of the game. That's the judges. No, man.
I know.
Your fucking guy's over.
I know.
It's not part of the game.
It shouldn't be.
Think if LeBron James hit a game-winning 3 and the ref went, "Oh, dude, I missed it. I don't understand the game." The Golden State one. Huh?
Exactly.
There would be a change like that.
Exactly.
Because that's mainstream sports.
Yeah.
In ours, in fighting, it's, dude, part of the game.
It's still antiquated.
We
It's
can't
still
do
fucking
that.
Antiquated. I agree.
You can't be taken
You're
seriously. to do that.
using boxing judges, boxing rules, and until that changes, it's going to suck.
Here's a question I was thinking about over the weekend. You ready for this? If I fought again, and one of my cornermen, I decide to have Stitch, will that work?
Brendan, you shaker-upper. Brendan Schaub.
Well,
It would make sense.
I don't want to
In
fight.
other words, you want him as a cut man.
Yes, I don't want to fight without Stitch, so I'm going to put Stitch down as one of my cornermen and my cut man.
Damn, can you?
Oh yeah.
That's
well, you
interesting.
can have if one of your corners can be a cut man too.
That's a
if you
really
can do
interesting
it.
question.
Isn't that interesting?
Wow. Brendan Schaub, please, sir.
It's interesting, right? Think about it.
Yeah.
Get back to me. Because if I fight, my cornerman will be
I was
Stitch.
a little nervous.
My cornerman will be Stitch, Burt Watson,
Yeah,
Bryan Callen.
there you go. I will say that Dana White and Joe Silva were very nice to me.
I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping they were gonna be mean
I was
to you.
very nervous about it because but I've always been fair, and I was like, I would have
always
sold
been
you.
fair.
I would
You're
have
such
sold
a-
you down the
you're
river. I would
such
have
a
been like,
dick
hey
sucker.
Joe, Dana, I don't know what Brendan's talking about.
I was worried about it. I was worried if Dana was like, "Bro, what's going on with your boy?" You would have sold me down. I got to be honest.
No, stop it.
A little bit. You did
What
with
is- how-
our
how
good
is
friend Rogan.
You're
And
not, but you're not.
You're more intimidated by Dana than you are Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I have no
so if
ca-
Dana said, "Hey, Bryan, listen, man, I need you to tell Schaub no more UFC talk. Cut out on the Reebok." You'd be like, "I know. I tell him that."
Listen.
all the time.
Listen.
You would have went. I told him that
dude,
all the
dude,
time.
listen. You're my friend.
And then you would have showed up in a Bryan Callen Reebok kit.
Yeah.
And a
Well,
fucking,
100%. But here's
and
the
a
thing.
fucking-
Well, here's the thing. I don't have a backbone or any character. But here's the thing that you need to understand.
I know, but it crossed.
No.
You know what's weird is
Listen,
it crossed my
dude,
mind.
you're my friend. I'm
My
two-faced.
brother
You're my friend. I'm two-faced. And here's the
Hey,
thing.
Jay
I
texted
love-
me
I
too.
love Dana
Jay
White.
goes,
I want my
"Hey,
tickets.
Jay said if Dana asked Bryan, said, 'Hey man, you guys got to play more fair.' He goes, 'What do you think Bryan's gonna say?' I said, 'He's gonna take whatever Dana White.'"
No,
gives him."
what I would have said is this: I don't think you're unfair, and I don't think you're personal. I think you're expressing points of view that he's heard, that everybody's heard in the management. You know, you just happen to have a platform for it. I don't think you've ever been. Personally insulting.
No, never.
You're never that way.
No, we all know I'm Team UFC.
Whether or not they're listening to it or not, I think that they understand it. I don't think. You know, Joe Silva was great. He was great. You know, I mean,
I think he's a fan of the show.
he's a fan of the show, and he's a good guy, and he's got a very difficult job. He does a great job. So I think that for him,
our terms of difficult are different, but carry on.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what he does. I don't know. Again, I don't know what
He's
it's
a
like to have
matchmaker
his
for
job. Right.
fighters.
But that does take a lot of thought, and he does it. He does a good job with it.
No, he does a great job
yeah.
with it for the most
part. And I'm sure he has his own opinions.
Everyone's gonna be biased. Everyone has an ego. Everyone
Yeah.
has an opinion.
So
This is my thing. How about fans keep sending me this? Is I guess on the Reebok's website because they took my kit down, right? So some fan
did they or did it say
no? Listen,
Yeah.
listen. So some fan I think on Thursday was talking to a Reebok employee for the site. And I almost reposted, and I just don't want to deal with the heat. So the fan goes, "Hey, I'm looking for a Brendan Schaub kit. Where can I get it?" And they put, "Oh, that's sold out. Sorry, we'll let you know when they're back in stock." And the guy goes, "Okay, cool." So he snapshots it, sends it to me. I sent it to Brian Rogan. Pan forward to Saturday, another fan on Reebok. "Hey," the Reebok employee goes, "Hey, what can we help you with?" And the fan goes, "Hey, Brendan Schaub's my favorite fighter. Really looking for his kit. It's not online. Where can I find it?" Boom, boom. Reebok employee goes, "Hey, sorry, due to Brendan's stance on Reebok and their merchandise, we've decided to pull his kit."
Damn.
If he decides to, and he goes, I'm sure if he decides to meet with the
head
regulations and stuff, I'm sure his kit will be available to you then. Oof. And the guy put something like "Kick Rocks Nerd" or something like "Big Dick Bandit" or something like that.
Big Dick
something
Bandit.
funny. Like, oh no, he put "Lose my number." Yeah, the fan put "Lose my number."
Yeah!
At Reebok, "Lose my number."
Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, man. That's hurtful.
By who?
Do they have a Brian Callen kit?
They might.
They should have a Big Dick.
After Jack and Dana White
I
off
guarantee
on
if,
Saturday,
if,
they
if
might.
Reebok had Big Dick Bandit kit, it would sell like
It'd sell better than anything they have.
Yeah. Eddie Bravo, sitting next to Eddie Bravo, and he had the Reebok. He had these ninja pants on from Reebok, and they had some blood on them. I was like, I'll wear those things. I think they
Of
look
course
good.
you would, Brian.
Kinda huggy
You're a
on the
sellout. You have
huggy
no
on the
backbone.
on the
You have
old
no
Raw.
backbone.
I'm more into looking good than having character.
The white and black and then black and white make 0 sense. Someone has to look.
It's hard to distinguish.
It makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
Why not make them blue and red?
Yeah.
And then the champs are the only one that get to wear black.
Ooh.
To make them stand out more. You can't have black and white, white and black, and the champs wear all black.
If Reebok gave you a job and they said, come, we'll give you $500,000.
Come to Boston, $500,000. Nah, make that doing this. Nah, make that telling dick jokes. Nah.
Hey, bro.
Oh, and what? And you're gonna
Calm down about the money stuff, all right?
Oh, and you're
Relax.
gonna make me work Monday through Friday.
Hey, bro.
And then I got to move to Boston.
Hey, bro, calm down. Stop being cocky, all right?
I'll do it from remote location. Give them some tips.
Hey, man, you're not that important. Just calm down.
Sell more shirts than they are per month.
Hey, bro, calm
Just
down.
saying.
Calm down.
What's wrong with this?
Stop
These are facts.
Stop talking about selling shirts and money.
These are facts.
Damn it.
Jeez,
Damn
man.
it, I'm getting pissed.
Anyways, so you met with Tark, you went to dinner with him?
Yeah, Rogan's the only guy who can eat a fucking steak at 1 a.m. Just woof down
just
a giant steak. I'm gonna have 2 steaks and a lobster tail, and I'll have cream spinach and
did he have carbs?
4 baked potatoes.
Oh wow.
Eats it all. And then goes to sleep and sleeps like
What'd
a
you guys
fucking
eat?
hibernating bear. Then I get text on my phone. Come work out. It's fight day, bitch. I'm dead. I can't even move. He's up there. My shoulder hurts. Fuck it. Push through the pain.
He's a meathead.
He's so
Such a meathead.
He's so crazy.
Aggro.
Meanwhile, his legs are too thick right now for fucking the regular suit pants.
Yeah.
So he puts on. He's got stretch pants. They're like stretch
Spandex.
Capezio dance pants. With his piece,
Compression.
he's got a piece on him, by the way.
Yeah, I know this.
People should know this. With
No,
a
we
big
know
set of
this.
balls.
Yeah.
And he's got these fucking dress pants on, and he's squeezing them on, and his piece is there with his short but very thick legs. He's proportioned, but in his own words, he's built like a box troll.
A box troll.
Just fucking tight, short torso, just thick.
So you didn't work out with him?
I sure didn't.
Did you work out at all down there?
Woke up at 1:30.
You've been a little under the weather.
Yeah, 100% now though. 100%.
My papa was in town, Papa Schaub. We worked out together. Dude is strong.
Dude, your dad's no joke.
No joke. Strong.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You know what's interesting is me and my dad argue nonstop. Yeah. Not like nothing.
Cup of alphas.
Nothing personal.
Cup of alphas.
Well,
your dad's not hearing a peep out of you.
We're both super opinionated. So is my brother.
You think? Yeah.
So when the three of us get together,
your bro is too.
Oh my God, he's way worse than me. Because my dad will say something, I know he's wrong, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't feel like dealing with it. But my brother will not let him get away with anything. It's exhausting when three of us.
You know what's funny about like male relations is this guy Dr. Keltner, who's a professor of sociology, studied frat boys, and he just studied them, and he would
like that's a
watch.
bad example,
He'd watch
but-
he'd watch the frat boys with high status talking to frat boys of low status. So dudes who are established, right?
Yeah.
And you know what he found? That the low, and this is across the board for men. The low status frat boys smiled. They kept smiling. They would just continue to smile at the high status frat boy to show this high status. It's like monkeys, to show the high status frat boy that he's not a threat to his alpha status. Like, you know what, you're the guy. And if you watch the way men behave that way, they delineate authority really quickly. So if somebody's talking to some badass guy, there's going to be immediately established you're a badass.
It's usually through a handshake. What most of the time when I meet someone, for whatever reason, if they're smaller than me or if they just met me or they're intimidated, when they shake my hand, go to shake my hand, they squeeze really hard.
Oh, yeah.
Like almost like a right
Well, you
on.
try to make people.
And I call people out right away.
Yeah.
I went, wow, heck of a handshake. my
Yeah,
man."
yeah.
Just to be like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, you try to always. You're very aware of your size.
Yeah.
So you're one of the few people I know who never towers over people. You spread your legs
And
so
get
you
shorter.
look as short as everybody else.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Otherwise, people are. It's almost a distraction.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're looking at you and you're the giant guy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of that's the first thing they're talking about and judging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or looking at my and I'll cover up my tattoos most of the time.
Yeah.
Because they're either talking about that or my ears or my size. And it's like, for sure, I'm here to talk about something else.
It is weird to be a heavyweight like you because every time we walk in anywhere, that's the other thing. Men immediately, even especially tough dudes, especially guys who you look at and they go, "Wow, guy looks like he's a tough guy."
They think they're
But
tough.
then they see you
Yeah.
and they go, "Oh, that guy's taller, he's bigger," and they look at his ears. "Oh, that's Brendan Schaub or whatever."
Well, because
And
I
then
don't
it
have to. I
changes.
don't have to tell the story. Like,
No.
there's no story.
No, it's on
I'm
your
not
face.
saying I'm Anderson Silva, but you've probably, you might have seen me fight.
Yeah, or
so
if
it's not like it's not like there's no urban legend of
No,
Brendan
no,
beat up
no.
this guy. No. You can Google
Yeah.
and see some pretty cool highlights.
Yeah. Also, even if not, they already know. They already can see. They're like, that guy's an athlete. Something's going on with that guy.
You know what's a bummer with that though? They're usually in defense mode.
Men are that way.
Yeah,
Look,
it's super
me,
weird.
So
to
me and Rogan.
So it takes me forever to break down that wall. So then I either don't make friends with them right away, or if they're super cool, I do. Or they just want to talk about aggro stuff, which me, I don't like to talk about.
No.
So then we don't become friends.
You'd love this. So Rogan and I, we're sitting in first class because the UFC flies you out, and
You said first class because UFC flew you out?
yeah.
Oh, it was first class because they flew Rogan out. They don't fly fighters first
No,
class.
no. I know that they fly. Rogan gets an extra ticket.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah. So we're in first class, and I come in, and the first thing I see in the front row, like we always talk about this. You're maybe different, but my experience is that any success I've ever had didn't come easy. Like I just feel like I always had to scratch, and I just made it. Like whether it was acting or like this podcast is amazing, but at 48. It's like it's a real success. I've been at it a while. Like I'm really appreciative of any success, right? It's like a big deal. So, I get on the plane with Rogan, and these two dudes are in the front row of us, and they're handsome as shit. They're like 32, perfect tattoos, awesome shirt, wonderful hair.
Sound like my type of dude.
Oh, handsome. I mean, stylish with awesome jeans, but
I'm
like
not mad at these
beautifully
guys at all.
athletic, like beautifully. Like I was like, maybe they're pro hockey players or they're just Calvin Klein models with awesome shoes
Oh, it's Brokeback Mountain.
or whatever. No, they weren't because I could see the guy going through his phone. He was showing his buddy pictures of the smoke show after smoke show, sending him pictures. I was like,
Nice.
a motherfucker. So I'm looking at and Rogan, and I look at them, and I go, I decide that they're my enemy, and I go,
Why?
Just I'm fucking around. And I go with Rogan. I go, fuck these guys, these fucking good-looking guys with their perfect tattoos. They fucking first class. They're rich, and success seems to come so easy. It's like they're wearing smoking jackets. They got beautiful hands. Everything about them is like I'm jealous of everything. And Rogan looks at the guy's hair. He's leaning back, and Rogan goes, look at that hair. I can see no scalp, no fucking scalp. And so we're both looking at these guys like we're looking at
Both
their-
got a set of
if they
shitty
only
hair.
Knew, if they only knew the couple of creepy, shitty 48-year-olds who were just in the back there going, fucking guys. Anyway, I'm obsessing over the guy gets to go to the bathroom. I'm like, look at the body on him. He's got just exactly
Did you
the
ask
kind
him
of
what they
body I
did?
want. Nope. I just was raping him with my eyes.
Never said anything.
No, I was like, what? Some people, it looks like it's so easy. It looks like they just glide. They
It's tough,
belong
man.
in first class. Maybe he's got some great
But
job.
I bet even if you ask those guys if they made it, they would say no.
Of course. And Rogan said to me, Rogan goes, Yeah, really good looking. Meanwhile, if they try to do stand-up, they would fucking bomb. And I was like, you know what?
It's different.
You need to not like yourself a little bit to be a comic, I think.
Well, yeah, but
or maybe a lot.
I think with anyone with success, I think it's tough.
Yeah.
Like I'll never forget, I'm not going to say their name, but I was driving with a friend down the road, down Malibu, with these huge houses. And one just got built, and I'm always looking at houses, right? Real estate.
Yeah.
And I look at this house, and I go, damn, look at that. That they just built that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And she goes, they're no happier than we are. And I went, hey, man. Hey, Debbie Downer.
Hey, yeah, they are.
I went, no, they're pretty happy because they're right on the beach. So they might be miserable in other aspects, but as far as house goes, they're pretty happy.
I've walked into houses, I swear to God, and I've gone and I've said this to myself out loud. I've been like, well, money definitely buys happiness. Like if I could live here, I mean, I'm being, but a lot of times you see things and you're like, to live here? Yeah.
I know.
And have that view? Yeah.
But at the same time, has there ever been a point, never once in my entire life have I ever sat there and been like, oh man, I've made it.
Of course not.
And I bet
you
once.
And you get used to that house. You get used to that view. And
everything.
You need something.
Everything. You're always constantly looking. That's why rich kids get so fucked up.
Two things. One is accomplishment, but the other is connection, friends, laughter.
Well, one's drive. You need something. You have to be passionate about something to wake up.
You gotta know
in the
why
morning.
you're doing it, right?
Because if, let's say they gave us $100 million, then they say you gotta stop everything. You're gonna be miserable, man, because you're not gonna be able to do the show. You're not,
Do you know how Tony Robbins makes most of his money? From what I understand,
speaking engagements.
Besides speaking engagements, Tony Robbins'
jacking people off with his banana hands.
No.
Have you seen how big his hands are?
Biggest hands in the world.
Huge.
His a lot of his big clients are people that have like everything is amazing, right? They have a business that runs itself, family, awards, everything. They're 50 years old, 55 years old. They're fucking bored.
They have nothing to do.
They're bored. And the first thing he says is this. He goes, look, man, you have too much certainty in your life. You have money. You have everything. You need some uncertainty. You need some adventure. You need to not know what's going to happen next. Sometimes it's really important.
For sure.
You got to figure out a way to keep that sort of uncertainty. I mean, that the biggest, you always hear this. We talked to Rashad Evans about it, but you always hear this, like, when you get what you want, when you get everything you want.
Well, you think you're getting
right.
What you want.
It's still, you're going to go, oh shit, I still feel the same way. I still have that weird hole. What's going on? So you got to address it.
It's not accomplishments.
No. Well, for me, just continuing to be, like I was talking to Joe about this, like Joe sold out. We were driving by. It was the Chicago Theater. Think about this for a second.
3,500.
3,500 people.
He could sell out way more than that.
I know, and he keeps his ticket prices, lower than he needs to, because he's like, I have enough money. I don't want to charge people crazy amount of money, and they keep telling him to, and he has arguments. He's like, no, I'm going to keep, I want to make it accessible. And we're driving by, and like I was like, well, this is kind of the pinnacle, even though it's not, even though it keeps growing for him, but it doesn't get much better. I mean, I was on stage for 35 minutes in front of 3,500 people. It doesn't get, I guess there's bigger venues.
Kevin Hart.
Sure, there are bigger venues, but it doesn't, it's not like, it's not like 6,500.
Yeah,
right.
You can't see up there.
I can't see
You see
him.
the people in front of you.
But it's amazing to communicate with that many people and make that many people laugh. It's amazing. But like, now the difference between 3,500 and 7,500, I'm saying, is very, very, it's minuscule.
Well, like when we were looking at the numbers, July would be our biggest month ever, like right around 2.2, 2.3 million downloads.
Jesus.
When you think about that, think how many people that is.
I can't take
I don't even think of it.
I'm amazed.
I've never once came in here and got nervous to talking to that many people. Not once.
I wasn't, when somebody said, are you nervous because I had to go out in front of 3,500 people? I couldn't have been less nervous. I was exactly the way I am right now. I guess because it's what I do.
It's what you do.
It's what I've been doing forever. But one of the things we were talking about Rogan about is we were looking at this insane success, Chicago Theater, Joe Rogan. We were talking about how do you keep motivated? How do you keep
You got to keep those people pleased.
You got to keep being
you better
original.
Keep fresh material.
Yes, keep writing, keep being fresh. And he goes, I hate to say it, but the only way to write is to stay uncomfortable. And he's right. You got to stay uncomfortable. You got to, because that's a big responsibility.
Huge
you can't come back to those people with the same bag of tricks.
Huge responsibility.
He's got to write new shit all the time.
There's a lot, just not on Joe Rogan. There's a lot of pressure on everyone.
Me too. I'm going to Canada. They're all
both of us.
Yeah.
This show bombs not good, man.
No.
Fox say see ya.
That's why we're working on some fun guests, everybody.
Well, it's not even about that. It's not. It's never about the guests. If like I was looking at the numbers the other day. When we have guests, it could be 50 Cent. It could be Jeremy Piven. It could be Chris D'Elia. The numbers are not any better than when it's just you and me. Hate to tell you, buddy.
Yeah.
The show's you and me. It's not, guests do not make podcasts. They
You're
just
right.
don't. They do if you're Mark Maron. Or if you're a certain guy where you have to depend on a guest. That's why I never get stressed out if we don't have a guest. Cool, man. We'll do it ourselves. Yeah. Most people have to have a guest. We have this unique connection where we don't have to have a guest to be entertaining. True. Sometimes the guests will mess the flow up of things. Yeah. Depending on the guest.
Michael Rappaport killed it for us. Killed it.
He was great.
People loved him.
I'll tell you what. We took him to our favorite restaurant after.
He ate too much.
He went nuts.
He
went nuts. I was like, you're going to shit your pants, bro. He went, I'll be all right. I went, well.
He goes like this to me. I go, listen, I got a plum tart. We already ate way too much food.
Well, first of all, before we even get outside to sit down, Count has a pizza, and it's like barely hanging off the plate. And in front of everyone, he's going,
yeah, Mike goes, let me get a bite of that. I'm like, dude, just his giant head comes in and goes, takes 4 bites before I sit down.
It's gone.
Of my pizza.
I wanted a bite of it. I'm on a strict diet, but I wanted to buy that pizza.
Yeah, you're trimming down, by the way.
Yeah, didn't want it now.
And then I went and got both of you your own piece, which
I didn't eat it. I didn't get a piece of it.
I believe he wolfed yours down.
He ate both slices and then went, what else do they have? Huh?
Well, hold on.
Ate brisket.
And then we had some brisket. And then we had a bunch of other stuff. And then I said, all right, we're going to get some dessert. We went a little crazy. And I go, we'll get the chocolate pudding. We'll get the plum tart. And he goes, we'll get a chocolate chip cookie. He goes, I want a brownie.
He goes, I want a brownie.
I was like, Mike, no. He goes, I'll get the brownie.
And then he washed it down with chocolate mousse. This is all true stories.
And coffee. And then he goes like this. I don't feel good, man. He's so funny to me. Mike is so funny because Mike wears his heart on his sleeve. Mike, there's no bullshit with Mike. He's so authentic. He goes, yo, I don't feel good now. I don't feel good. I'm like,
no
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, bro, your pancreas is going, I can't shoot out any more insulin.
He was texting us
and your
pictures
asshole's
after
going to be
the
going
show.
like this.
He was texting us pictures after the show. He was like, I love that shit. Easiest 2 hours ever. Yeah, man, we blow by it.
Amazing.
I went and saw, first of all, I saw 2 movies. I saw Amy, the documentary. You saw it, Special K? Did you see it, Ev?
No.
I'm not going to ask you.
Amy, I want to see that. Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, oh, dude. Heartbreaking. It's really, really good. She was so talented. It's unbelievable. Anyways, great documentary. You know they're coming out with the Chris Farley one, I think, next month, right?
Yeah, we talked about it a couple shows ago.
That's going to be
I love
amazing.
that guy.
But I saw Southpaw. I wanted to walk out. I wanted out. Big Brown does not need that
because
in
the
his
movie
life.
wasn't good, or just it was too much.
Amazing movie, heartbreaking. I don't go to the movies
to have
my heart broke. Yeah. No, I go to get away from what's going on in real life, right? So you go there. The opening scene, he's in the locker room getting his hands wrapped. That's the worst part of the fight game. So already, right when I sit down, I go, why the fuck?
You get nervous?
Oh, right away. I went, why the fuck did I come to this? Anxiety.
So you're already getting anxiety watching him.
His wife is there talking to him. He gets, and they show the fight.
Wait, I have to stop you. Because I want to get into this. Why is wrapping your hands the worst part of the fight game for you?
Well, no, it's right before the fight, getting your hands wrapped and in the back, and you question what you're doing, and it's tough, especially because when you can
point of no return kind of thing.
Yeah, and you can deal with the nerves moving around, warming up, like you can get rid of that nervous energy. But when you're sitting there and getting your hand wrapped, it takes a little bit,
and you're like, getting anxious already.
Like, what the fuck? And it shows him, and it shows him listening to this just intense music, which most guys don't do, and then it shows his wife back there like, you got this, baby, don't get hit too much, blah blah blah. And then they go to the fight, and the only part of the movie that's not great is the fighting. Jake Gyllenhaal, that's the one thing he doesn't.
I was going to ask you.
He doesn't pull off the boxing.
He doesn't.
To a guy who watches a ton of fights. So I was like, oh man, a little stiff. He's trying to do the Mayweather thing. His elbows out here, and he's like throwing. It's a little awkward. Movies
that bums me out.
Movie's phenomenal. Go see it. Amazing movie. But for me, I wanted to leave. I did not fucking sign up for this. 100% did not sign up for this.
Right.
Bummed me out. And then it's a movie where what's the number one thing that athletes or celebrities don't want to happen? Take steps back.
Yeah.
He loses everything.
Okay, but can we not tell? You can't.
Well, no, most people. I'm not going to give away the plot. That's.
Yeah.
So he loses everything.
Right.
And that's the worst for athletes. It's the worst case.
Yeah.
I mean, I was literally this close to walking out. Don't need that, man.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, I go to the movies, to feel inspired. Like I want at the end, I want it to feel like, yeah.
That's not going to do it.
Yeah.
I left like, oh my God.
Yeah, I don't like movies.
I left like this.
I don't like real life. Like, yes, I know.
Well, that's
I know
real.
this could happen in life. I don't like focusing on that because it doesn't help me.
That
man.
focuses on it, and his fighting style. He's kind of a guy who takes a lot of punches.
Yeah.
His wife, after he wins, he's a light heavyweight world champion. After one of the fights, he takes a lot of punishment, but he ends up knocking the guy out. Right.
Yeah.
In the opening scene, I'm not giving anything away.
Right.
His wife tells him, "Please stop." Because she goes, in 2 years you're gonna be punchy. You're not gonna play with your kids.
God damn.
And he's like, well, what do you think bought us this house and all this? She's like, I get that.
Yeah.
But all those and it's so true. And I think as a fighter, that's why I didn't. It's not that I didn't like the movie. It was too much, too real for me.
How's our boy 50 Cent?
He's all right. Let me finish this. So his wife goes, when you eventually do lose or you get punchy, this whole entourage that's around you all the time, they're out. The only people here to pick up the pieces are me and your kids. That's it.
Fuck,
it's
man.
so true, man.
Wow, it's so
my
true.
God, it's true.
When the music stops, you got to deal with family.
Huh?
Yeah.
See ya. All those people. See, I've been fortunate because I had a super close, tight-knit group. But, when I was 4-0, just knocked out Crow Cop, those people around me, man, I don't hear from any of them. Any of them.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I hear from a little bit now because of the show, 100%. All the time.
Well, I was talking to Matt Brown, who, one of my favorite fighters in terms of his
your favorite,
his
yeah.
grit and his.
Well, Matt Brown and then Carlos Condit can't be both your favorite.
Well, I love Carlos Condit, but I never
He's
met
getting
him.
a title shot.
Well, yeah, as well he should. But Matt Brown being just just
immortal.
True grit and everything. Yeah, and just such a badass.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
But we were talking about a little bit about kind of how much it takes. Because I said, you one of the things you do is you're just such a grinder, and I was asking him what his training regimen is.
I'm sure he loved that.
Well, no,
hey, Matt, what's your training schedule like?
Listen, we were talking about, he was like, I could write a book. I mean, it's a lot of things that he does. But he was talking about how much it takes for him to get to that level, like how much of him, of himself and his focus it takes to be a fighter on his level. So preparing for anything after fighting is the challenge. He was talking about that.
100%.
It's like, it's really hard
100%. Because if he's preparing for, and he has a podcast, I think, or let's say he's preparing for movie roles, and you're fighting a guy like Carlos Condit, guess who's not doing that? Or you're fighting a guy like Robbie Lawler. Guess what Robbie Lawler's job is?
Fighting.
To beat you up.
Yeah, and he said that.
There's no plan B.
Right.
There's only one person in the world who can get away with this because the rest of the talent just is not even there. Ronda Rousey. Yeah. Because the rest of the talent is just, and honestly, compared to Ronda, it's super amateur.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Like Ronda does these camps. It's hard to sell that. It's like, okay, you could not train at all. You could just run on a treadmill and still, we'd get the exact same results. That's how much better she is than these girls. So she could go from the set of Expendables 27 straight to the octagon and beat all these girls. Which it's not as important, Could be a guy like Matt Brown, if he decided to do that, would get his ass whooped. That's just where we're at right now, females and males. People, I'm not saying anything new. I'm not saying anything to make headlines.
No, it's very true, and he said that.
Tough.
Matt in the 170-pound division, Matt Brown with those killers, they're all killers. Yeah. You can't take the small minutia makes all the difference.
Well, that's why when I say guys should make their own shirts, people go, "Oh, well, maybe they're not focused on. Maybe they're focused on fighting." No, you idiots. Their manager should be ahead of this game and bring them designs after practice. Say, "Hey, which one do you like better? Which way would you like to go? I'll handle everything, but this is how we're going to make income instead of this shitty Reebok deal." That's what we should be doing. So I'm not saying focus. Don't pull a Big Brown and start your own podcast and try to sell merchandise. Right. I'm not in camp. I'm not in pursuit of a title. Yeah. This to me, this is the title. Right. This is my title shot. All this.
It was interesting too with Matt. I said I kind of we were talking about something and I said I can't remember the context, but I go, well, you're a special athlete. I was kind of comparing to myself, and he goes, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not a special athlete. I'm not.
That's why he works so hard.
That's why he works so hard.
Yes. He's not talented like a Tyrone Woodley. His motor and his mindset is what makes him special.
Exactly. But that, and again, it takes total singular focus. So the deal with the devil in some ways is that you want to be that great and that good, and we're talking about him now. It's very hard to prepare for the deal afterwards.
Anyone. And all right, let's say, and this is just what it is. This is a bummer, but let's say Matt Brown wins his next fight and then gets a title shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's say he wins or loses that title shot. Maybe he wins one and then he's out.
Mm-hmm.
That's not life-changing money, man. That's not money where you can retire.
That's the difference
That's
in
the
this
bummer.
sport and other sports.
Yeah, because if I'm MVP of the Super Bowl, my life's changed forever. If I'm smart with my money, see ya.
Really?
I never have
MVP,
to do anything ever again.
Damn.
Ever again. If I'm smart with my money.
Yeah.
I'm not saying if I'm a dumbass buying all this stuff. Now in the UFC, let's say I get to a title shot against Verdum and I beat him once and I lose the title next.
Mm-hmm.
No, my man. I got to go back to the grind. That's where our sport's at. Unless you're a 1% of 1% and you're a Ronda or John Jones and you defend that title 6-7 times, you're getting pay-per-view, you're in movies, you're marketable. There's 1% of 1%ers, and then and those are good. Those are once in a lifetime athletes. Those are the ones making money. Those are the ones you don't hear a peep from.
Yeah.
Has Ronda said anything bad about Reebok or Dana? No. Why would you?
No.
You're the 1% of 1%. What bums me out right now is when I see guys like I saw Paige Van Ant's post. Paige Van Ant, is that right?
Van Zant.
Van Zant. I saw her post, hey, get all my Reebok clothes, and then posted UFC.com. That girl is so marketable. And I know she has an exclusive deal with Reebok. She's so marketable. You don't think she'd come out with her own clothing? What? That girl is a dime piece and has skills.
Please don't fight Joanna. She should not fight Joanna. She should always fake an injury when it comes
100%. I don't want to see her pretty ass fight Joanna.
Is she going to next?
No, they're not giving her a title shot next.
Good.
I'd like to see Rose and Paige. That's a great fight.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal fight.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I think Paige has a fight coming up. But you know what bums me out is I just feel like they're not capitalizing on where they're at. Does that make sense?
You mean the fighters?
Certain fighters.
Yeah.
Not everyone can do it.
No, not everybody
Certain
can do it.
Paige can.
Yes.
As pretty as she is.
Yes.
Think if she came out with her own line of whatever women's workout gear. What?
Yeah.
No. But have Reebok make it and then let them tell your story. Don't let someone tell your story. That's like making a movie. They're gonna make a Bryan Callen movie.
Yeah.
You have no say. I'm just gonna make it how I think it should be made.
That is
you have
what
no
an actor
say.
deals with, but yeah.
Not if it's your biography.
Right.
Not if it's a documentary on Bryan Callen.
Right.
Not if
you're right.
Not if it's real life.
You're right.
So that's basically what's going on. And I'm not anti-Reebok at all. I'm not anti-UFC. I love
you're
UFC.
pro fighter.
I love the UFC.
You're pro fighter. You're talking
I'm
about
team fighter.
Yes.
So when it comes to the fighting game, just don't let them tell your. That's all I'm saying.
Don't let them tell your story.
Don't let them write your movie, because you have a huge platform. Especially if you're a Paige or you're a dime piece looking like Luke Rockhold. You know, if you're a 1%er or you have some niche, don't let them tell your story. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
They can tell your story in the fight game. Someone needs to capitalize on that.
You know who shouldn't sell hats when he comes up.
I know.
The one guy who should definitely not sell
My
hats because they'll never fit anybody is Stipe Miocic.
He has the biggest.
I've never seen a head that big in my life. He's a handsome son of a bitch.
He's a great, and you know what? He might be first team all nice guy.
Great guy.
Mark Munoz is the captain, and Stipe is right behind him. Great guy.
Yeah.
Phenomenal athlete.
Dime piece of a girl.
Deserves some sort of at least a title shot eliminator.
Yeah, a real man. I went up.
He's
and
a
said hi to
firefighter
him.
too.
He saves lives. He saves lives, and he kicks the shit out of people. And I was all giddy. He goes, yeah, a lot of the guys in my firehouse listen to your podcast. I was like, hee, thanks, Stipe. His hand is just this heavy fucking granite hand with that head, with that ridiculous head.
Such a good guy.
If God forbid, if he ever dies, I'm gonna hollow his head out and live in it. It's gonna be my summer home.
Stipe's logo should just be a giant smiley face head.
Yeah,
just like a giant smiley face head.
Yeah, and you used to spar with him, right?
I flew him in. He came to Denver for a bunch.
Can't imagine dealing with
me
that.
and him went to war.
Oh.
I actually have some footage of it.
You do?
I do.
That's good for your head.
I'll show it to you. Yeah, I'll get it from my brother. My brother has it on a little device that the UFC gave me. Listen to this shit. I was getting ready for, I think, Rothwell or Nogueira. I forget which fight. but the UFC gave me one of those little. It was before the GoPros. You remember those little things? I forget what they're called. It was like handheld little device. You hit just a red button and record. Oh, the flip? Yes, the flip. They gave me a flip to document like my training camp and outside the octagon. So I was supposed to do it for 6 weeks, whoever. And we had Stipe on there. Then my brother filmed me and Stipe sparring round for rounds.
Oh, my God.
Super intense.
I got to see this.
I'll show it to you. Super intense. Shows me in the car, me and Klopp, talking about snacks. Shows me cooking dinner, all the stuff. So the UFC goes, here's the bag. Put this in a UPS box and then send it to us 2 weeks before the fight so we can get it out, social media, all that stuff. Okay, sure. Brendan Shaw, I'm not paying attention. I sent it USPS. And then the UFC's like, hey, man, where's our flip thing at? We need it back. I'm like, I sent it. Like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yeah, here's the tracking number. Wrong. So the footage never got out.
Oh, God damn it.
I know. But I still have it. My brother has it. I'll
really?
I'll show it to you, yeah.
Oh, I want to see that.
Anyway, Stipe's a great guy.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
I kept staring at his head.
I always root for that
I was
guy.
inappropriately staring at his head. I kept looking. I'm sitting there with Donald Cerrone, and I was like, Donald, look at that guy's head. How about Donald?
He's pretty
Donald
funny,
doesn't know
too.
any fighters. Donald doesn't know any fighters. He goes, who's that guy? It's Stipe Miocic, Donald Cerrone.
That's like Mitrione, too. He doesn't know anything.
He's the worst. He doesn't know it. He care less about any fighters.
Mitrione has no idea. You could say, hey, what happened when Nogueira and Josh Barnett fight? You'd have no idea.
It's amazing.
No idea.
Some guys are like that.
I'll never forget, me and Matt knew each other before we went in the house, and we're sitting there, and they're introducing all the fighters, and Roy Nelson walks by, and Matt goes, look at this fat ass. I'm going to pick him first. I went, oh, no. This is what I told Matt. I go, that's the last guy you want to fight in here. That's why I went, well, he's a former world champion. He has like 40 fights, and he's a black belt on the ground and has the hardest right hand in here. And Matt goes, that guy? I went, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's the one guy I recognize. That's Roy Nelson.
That's Roy Nelson. That's big country. Yeah, the most unassuming. Like, does he look like a heavy guy? Looks like a little heavy.
Oh, why?
Guy?
Because Matt had no fights and I had 4. And then Roy Nelson walks in, former world champ with 40 freaking fights.
I'm going to choose that guy.
I'm going to take that guy. No.
No, you're not.
No. It was so funny. And then I went, hey, man, you don't know anyone, huh? He goes, no. I went, well, that's not good.
Do your homework.
I could have told you everything about everyone in there.
Yeah. Donald did that with another fighter who was like really famous. I was like, bro, I can't remember who it was. He goes,
Carwin's a little bit
I was like, what do you mean, who's that? You're fucking Donald Cerrone.
Carwin's a little similar.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew guys, but he'd be like, oh, what's up with that guy? Like, well,
Donald makes me want to wear a cowboy hat.
Please, oh, good God. You know what? You should do that.
No, because I look like an idiot.
Please do that.
Donald is,
he's a great guy.
The best. He's going to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, Cerrone, get to L.A. right now.
Yeah, you know who called me this morning is Dwayne Ludwig. I talked to Dwayne this morning. Yeah, he wants to come on the show.
I'd love to have him on the show.
He wants to come on the show, and then he goes, hey, I'll call in. I go, yeah, no, listen, if you're Obama, we don't do call-ins. He goes, really? I go, no call-ins, man. And he goes, all right, I'll get to L.A.
Get to L.A. I'd love to talk to him.
You'd be great in here.
Yeah.
He wants to come on here. How about we're doing a live Firing the Kid from On It in Austin?
I can't wait.
I can't wait either with our boy Aubrey.
Yep. I spent the whole weekend with Aubrey Marcus.
How was it?
Amazing. He's great. Aubrey's one of those dudes who's so self-contained and smooth. He's very happy. He was at the show too with Eddie in the background. And he's just one of those guys very happy. He knows a lot.
Very smart guy.
And he's just very happy being a spectator. He'll just listen to guys like me and Rogan are
Most guys aren't like that, right?
Yeah.
Most guys with his knowledge, most guys with his knowledge will usually show
Alpha
a little bit
dog.
of dominance.
Yes.
He doesn't.
He doesn't need to.
I'll never forget when I first met him. One of the times I first met him, we did because him and Rogan are like this. We did a companion with him. He didn't say a word.
Nope.
And I was like,
Doesn't have to.
no. And then when he talked to me, like, holy shit, man, for sure, speak up.
Yeah.
He was great in here though.
He's like
he has his own podcast too.
Yeah, he does.
You know that?
I got to start listening to it.
Yeah.
There's so much to learn. There's so much to put into your brain.
A lot of brain power.
Let's.
What else, buddy?
What else? Let's go into some.
You want to do some current events right now?
I think so.
There's a lot to talk about. What you got, Ev?
Yeah, we got a lot on the plate. Let me pull these up. All right, we'll start with one that's. We'll start with the one that's going to break, or that's already broken Will Sasso's heart. Hulk Hogan going on a full-blown, super racist rant, dropping a whole bunch of N-bombs during that sex tape that he's suing Gawker $100 million for.
Yeah, so they released it, right?
They've just released like snippets of the audio.
Yeah,
and
to screw him over.
Pretty much. It's
Yeah.
super racist.
He got fired from WWE.
Whole bunch of N-bombs, and he's been wiped clean from the WWE.
So what is he saying? He's having sex and dropping the N-bomb?
Well, no, it's
like
a
pillow
sex
talk.
tape. It's just like they're chilling. His daughter, his famous daughter, is dating a black guy, and he goes, "If my daughter was going to date a ninja, then he could at least be a professional basketball player ninja with $100 million in the bank."
Damn it! Why do you do that? It's like,
And then he talks shit about The Rock. That's where you lost me, Hulk. That's where you lost me, bro.
Well, I'd say it also lost me when he starts like using that word and just being. It's like we have enough of that shit in the world.
Well,
man.
he did an interview. He did an interview too. He did an
bummer.
interview where on a big hip hop radio show, I think it was Sway Tech in the Morning or something like that. And he goes, "Yeah, guys were calling me ninjas nonstop, and so why can I use the word ninja?
Well, because
You're a giant white guy."
And when they use that word, when they use the N word, they were usually using it. It was white people using it when they were lynching somebody to a fucking tree.
Yes.
Or when they were enslaving that
yes,
person.
it's a way to downgrade.
So that's why. And if you pick up a fucking history book, you'll see that. This is what drives me crazy: is that ignorance. Just pick up a history book and take a look at what it was like to be a black man in this country. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a fucking. I believe in fair play. Just take a look. Just educate yourself.
This is the only thing. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a racist bone in my body. However, it was in his personal life. He did not know he was being recorded. Same thing with
it's a violation.
Same
of
thing
privacy.
with Donald Sterling.
Yeah.
With Donald Sterling.
Yeah. It's a violation.
man!
It's a violation of privacy.
Because what did Donald Sterling say, really?
Here's the thing.
You got to be
Here's the thing,
careful
Brennan.
there.
Here's the
But
only
what
thing.
Donald Sterling said, it's in his house.
I agree.
In his house. You've said some shit. I've said some shit where if you record in my house,
Oh my God.
probably lose our job.
Yeah.
100%.
However,
it's not fair,
but,
man.
However, I know you really well, and I know that in your heart, even at your worst, when we talk stuff, you've never said truly racist, mean-spirited shit.
No, never.
And you haven't.
Ever.
And and neither have I. And I know that. So yeah, you could have a microphone on me, and I've said off-color things or things.
I'll say some stuff about whatever the UFC
or whatever,
my family,
or
friends,
whatever. But if my daughter's dating a black dude, I'm telling you right now, I'm just not going to use that word. I'm never going to talk to her again. But here's the thing.
I'm gonna ask about his dick size. No, but that's not the
Obviously,
point.
if he tucks his shirt in and he drinks tea, he's got a small dick. If he's got loose clothing and he moves slowly, usually you can tell if my joke is if you can tell if a black dude or any dude has a really big dick if they move super slow because they've already won. They can just pull their pants
won
down.
and all
The
the
girl's
blood's
like, I'll pay
down
for
there.
everything.
Yeah.
No, but
It's a decent
But
joke,
but
man.
I just think at the same time, man. When I understand what you're saying.
If it's a personal, that's the problem.
Privacy's dead, bro. I mean, if you're a public figure and you're talking that way, just know when you send text and stuff, and you're
Like
using that
I don't agree with any of it. What they said, I am not on board. I don't condone any of that. Michael Sterling, he's dating this chicken head, right?
Yeah.
He goes, "Do me a favor and quit taking pictures with all the black guys. It's making me look like an asshole."
Yeah. I mean,
Is that racist?
I don't know. I mean, he's just insecure. I don't know
Yes.
if it's racist.
He's also like 95 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So there's something to be said for that. He grew up in a different time.
it's true.
Yeah, and I do think the conversation should be had. You got to protect people's privacy, regardless. And this is a country where you can say whatever the fuck you want. But let me give you an example. So there was a guy who was the CEO of a company, and I can't remember the company.
Big
He
company,
voted,
though?
very big company, and he was voted in as CEO. And it got out that he had voted essentially against Proposition 8. So he was against gay marriage. But it was part of his religious belief, and he exercised his free conscience to vote the way his conscience and religion dictated.
Okay.
You know, it's like a lot of people who are pro-life. It's not that they want to take away a woman's freedom to choose, but
They
for
just
them,
don't agree with it.
A lot of times they're like, I think it's
personal
murder.
choice.
I think it's murder.
Well, as long
it's
as
a religious thing.
as long as his business wasn't selling gay sex toys or AshleyMadisonDongs.com or something, as long as he doesn't benefit from the.
Yeah, and so this guy voted according to his conscience, how he was raised, according to his religious beliefs, and I don't agree with it, but I respect it. And a lot of Hollywood people, like Barbara Streisand, whose son happens to be gay, a lot of people, powerful Hollywood people, some gay, some with gay children or just some people who just, were
Yeah, I
against
guess
it.
screwed.
They fucking
Went after
launched a major petition and got him fired.
God dang it, man.
And
that's not good.
Well, again, let me give you the flip side. That is the world we live in. Remember, up until very recently, if you were in a position of power and you were a CEO or an actor or whatever, and you were found out to be gay,
You're screwed.
you lost your job.
Yeah.
You couldn't get a job.
Well, but now if you're anti-gay or anti-Caitlyn
So now it's swung
Jenner,
the other way.
see ya.
Now it's swung the other way. And
Which is
people
better this way.
Well,
I think it's better this way.
Or what I think will happen is the marginalized transgender people who are now shouting very loudly, finally we can speak, it'll swing back. When it swings back and things are more moderate again, you'll know that things are better. Right now, it's still a fight. And that's why they have to be so loud. So, I mean, I think the important thing to remember always is any of us would behave a certain way if we felt marginalized.
Any of us, if you record our private conversations with our best friend, you're going to get in some shit.
Oh, my God. I would.
Speaking of trying to get people fired, have you ever seen, obviously I'm very outspoken about Reebok and UFC. I never bash anything, right? I never bash UFC. I'm pro UFC. Have you ever seen the tweets towards Dana White trying to get me fired? Have you guys ever seen that?
No, I've not.
Oh, man. Every day.
They're trying to get you fired?
Oh, yeah, every day. If Stitch talked about it, what the fuck's Brendan Shaw, blah, blah, blah. Look at our fan questions. How do you still have a job? How is Dana White not fired? You talking all this shit? But I don't talk shit. I'm not talking shit.
Yeah.
I just have 2 million downloads a month, and I voice my opinion.
I just think people are funny that way. It's just people have nothing else to do. I always think about
you got to be a real weird dude.
Like Rogan does this bit, which I won't give away, of course, because it's a bit about people who comment on YouTube videos. It's like, get a fucking life, man. What are you doing?
Well, so every morning, especially late, I wake up at 5 and I read New York Times or I read Time magazine, and then I'll go to Yahoo News. I always read the articles, and then you know what I read? The comments. And because it lets you know where, especially the people who write comments, where we're at.
Some of them are intelligent, but some of them are.
Some get on there and they have legit. That's why I read them, because I get on there. I like to see other views and to help skew my view a little bit, because I have biased opinions, right?
Sure.
So I read them. But some of them get on there, you're like, oh, man, this is a bummer, super bummer.
I would say when you read, try to have your mind changed. Try to look at the other side.
Well, that's
we
why
all
I do.
come to it with
well,
a
that's
point
why I
of view.
read 3 different things usually.
Yeah.
Or I'll watch like MSNBC, CNN, right? I'll watch different, because one's way over here, one's way over here. But then you can make your opinion in the middle.
For me, whenever, like, I have to always, because as a comic or as an actor, there's no bailout. Like, I don't have the government coming in and bailing me out. And when I hear companies that get bailouts, like the government comes in and bails them out because they made bad choices, they're about to go bankrupt, and the government comes and goes, no, we'll prop you up. I always, or like when unions, and I'm a union member, but a lot of times the unions, you'll see, they'll negotiate crazy, like the auto workers union. I mean, when you got fired, you got 95% of your salary for life, plus all your family, in some instances I'm saying, plus all your family got full health care. The problem with that is that there wasn't enough money. It just didn't make enough sense because they ran out of money.
Yeah.
It didn't make mathematical sense. You see this a lot with a lot of cities in like firemen's union and the public safety's union, and then like cops, they outbid each other. And I want my pension at 55 for life. Cities go bankrupt trying to do that. And every time I see that stuff, I go, it doesn't make any sense to me because I don't live that way. I don't have a bailout that way. And so it's really hard not to have a prejudice sometimes to something I read. So I have to kind of step back and
look from all angles.
Yeah, man.
Dude, how about, so I went to the movies last night. You know what went through my head and is so fucked up with society? I was nervous, man, because all these shootings going on at the theaters.
Dude, I'm always that way.
Everybody.
Every time.
I racial profile everyone.
Are you kidding?
Everyone.
Bro, I'm looking for the lone white guy in camouflage.
Now it's
not the black guy.
No, not black guy. Not the guy with the towel on his head.
I'm looking for the white
guy. Not the guy with the dot on his
white
forehead.
Guy with camo.
Not the guy with the feather.
Nope.
I'm talking, I sit in the back, and I look for the crazy white guy.
Guy in his 30s or 40s.
Or 50s.
Yep. Or fucking 50s.
Guess who's shooting people at theaters? Fucking white people.
Damn right.
Man. God damn
Mass
it,
shooters,
people.
always white guys.
Always white.
Yep. Into survivalism, loners.
Dude, I need a gun now.
I'm
going to the theater loaded. I'm going to the theater. I'm going to look like fucking Chewbacca in that bitch.
Listen to me. I'm in Denver.
Just fucking bullets here.
100%.
Bullets here.
100%.
Fucking eye paint. Just fucking.
Shit stains on your butt. Listen.
What?
I don't know. Oops.
No, man.
Listen.
Full camo.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna wear all black.
Bro,
I blend
I'm in
in.
Denver, and it's so like I'm like, oh, look at we're at the Union Station. It's all these great restaurants, all these people eating ice cream, and I'm like, this is incredible. And I thought, what's gonna stop one lone maniac coming in with an
That's how I
AK-47
think
and
now,
going,
man.
"Gang." I need to carry a gun.
We need guns.
100%.
How do we get it?
I own one. I own 2 guns. I got a Mossberg.
Can you carry it
20
on
gauge.
you though? Conceal weapon?
I can't, but I might just start
That
doing it
doesn't
anyway.
matter then. That doesn't matter.
You know how it's
We
really
need it
hard
the
in LA.
theater.
It's very hard to carry. You got to prove to the cops your life is in danger. There's a whole thing.
I
about
feel
it.
like we could.
I
Get
bought
that
a book
passed.
that
We have
says
a
how
lot
to
of
own a
cop
gun
friends.
and stay out of
We have a
jail.
lot of cop friends. I feel like we can make that happen.
Dude, I
Because I was at the theater and in my head I'm thinking, wow, dude.
here's the problem. When you carry a gun and then you don't carry a gun, you feel naked.
Well, I'm just gonna have it on me all the time now.
I'm right with you. I'm telling you, I feel that way.
I don't feel like I need a gun, but when I went to the theater, I sat down and this kid sat in front of me.
You're a sitting duck,
then
bro.
these guys sat behind me. Well, the way the guy shot in Lafayette, Louisiana, sitting there, 20 minutes into train wreck. He went to fucking train wreck with Amy Schumer, 50. First of all, red flag. Someone should have noticed the fucking weirdo at train wreck. He sits down, 2 young girls. Do you see them?
No.
Both dime pieces who passed away, rest in peace. Sitting there, 20 minutes, stands up, doesn't say a word, shoots both of them in the head.
No.
And then goes on he killed those 2 and then went on a ramp, tried, and then he shot some others and then tried blending in with the crowd and shot himself.
What a nightmare. What a fucking nightmare.
How do you fix this in movie theaters?
Well, the one thing I will say is after the Adam Lanza tragedy when he came in and killed all those kindergartners is the head of the NRA said, the way you stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. I do agree that there are some times in life where if some dude's fucking rampaging, what are you going to do? Call the cops? No, you need somebody with a fucking gun.
This is my thing, Cal. So Japan, Canada, they don't have these issues, right? Because of the gun laws.
Yeah.
Me and my dad argued about this for hours. So what do you do? So I said, all right, let's make strict gun laws, right? I'm going to take some heat for this. Let's make strict gun laws. My dad goes, okay, let's say you want to do that.
Yeah.
All those black market, the guns already out
Exactly.
there. So what are you going to do?
You're not going to do it.
You can't,
Good luck.
What can you do?
Good luck. And by the way, Americans aren't going to stand for that. What are you going to do? Come into their house and take their guns away? Fuck that. Americans aren't going to stand for it. So it's not even realistic.
It's not realistic.
I actually think
so we need Uzis.
I think
Everyone
the answer,
needs an
the answer
Uzi.
might be to loosen gun laws and allow people to carry guns.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know I don't know the other answer.
Have you seen,
I know this.
Have you seen murders by handheld guns in America?
I know.
For every million, it's something like 26 a day or some crazy.
If there's
shit.
a shooting, I want to be the guy with the gun. I don't want to be the guy
having a gun.
running. I want to be crouched with my gun, and I want to be unloading in that.
Well,
shit.
you know what you do? Instead of wasting money on guns with every random ass citizen who's gonna freak out and probably kill everyone in sight because they have no experience, is you have security now. You have security at every theater.
Well, they have to have
with
guns.
The security has guns,
But they have to be
But they
trained.
have to be trained.
Here's the problem with that.
I can't have you having a gun and I'm at the
Here's
theater
the problem with that. First of all,
because you're fucking Billy Wildloose.
if I'm Billy Wildloose, though, here's the problem.
Billy
First guy I'm
Wildloose?
shooting.
I don't
First
know
guy
what
I'm
that
shooting
means.
is security guard. Now what?
Cool. We need one more than one.
You need more than one.
Yes.
I can't believe you're bringing this up. I literally obsess over this shit.
Dude, I was in the theater like, God damn it.
I don't know where I should wear my gun. Should I wear it under my pant leg? Might throw my knee off, or do I wear it in my
it
head?
takes too long to reach. I'm keeping it right by my piece.
That's where I keep my gun.
Boom. This is the other thing, though.
Yeah.
I always think, what if, you know how when you're on flights, there's a air marshal, you can't tell who they are? What if we had it in theaters now? Some
I like
badass. Just in the theaters. Seen every movie 60 times. Just hates his life.
Here's the problem.
But he's a badass.
Here's the problem. You know how many movies, how many theaters,
There's a
and
lot
how
of
many
theaters.
movies? You need a lot. You need
You
an
want to
army.
stop
You
it or
basically
not?
need an army.
You want to stop it or not?
You need an army.
You want to stop it or not? Instead of wasting money on guns. Sometimes I think people, if they don't know I'm a fighter, they think I'm the air marshal. Sometimes in my head, when I walk on plane, I'm like, I bet they think I'm the marshal. Little they know, I'm not.
And I got news for you. I don't think there are any marshals anymore.
Oh, you're dead.
They say air
wrong.
marshals are the
you're
best.
Dead wrong.
Am I?
Yeah, because I can't give his name away because he might kill me at my house. We have a buddy who's very high up in the law. There's air marshals, man.
Really?
And guess what? They hate their lives because nothing ever happens.
And they gotta
they
fucking
fly
sit on
around
them.
all over the place.
By the way, great shots though. They can.
Neil, God, he's gonna kill me for not naming. He's Travis Brown's jiu-jitsu coach.
Melanson?
He was an air marshal, but he's losing his sight and his hearing. He was an air marshal forever, and he's telling me how boring it is.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a fucking monster. He might be the best pure MMA grappling coach in the world. That's how good that guy is. Amazing.
Jesus.
Beast. He worked with Mitrione. He works with a ton of guys.
And he was an air marshal.
He's an air
Imagine
marshal.
that.
He's an air
He's gonna
marshal.
wrestle you to the ground.
He's an
put
air
a gun
marshal.
in your mouth.
He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Oh my God.
One of the nicest guys. Me and him did a hospital tour together.
I got to start taking my jiu-jitsu more seriously and my air marshal.
No, please don't. What we need to do is figure out how to.
We need to go shooting with my guns.
Nah, I don't. I got it.
No, you don't. You don't know how to shoot.
Yeah,
You're
I do.
afraid of guns. Well, you do? What do you mean?
I'm not afraid of him. I'm just not amused by him.
I'll tell you what. We're going to videotape, and we're going to see who's a better shot. How's that sound?
No, we can do this for one of our episodes, Friend the Kid.
Fine, because
We'll
you
start
don't know how to shoot a gun.
No, I know how to shoot a gun. I
You
played a
do?
lot of video games.
Bro, when was the last time you shot a gun, bro? Never. The answer might be never.
2 years ago.
What kind of gun?
We had all these guns. A Desert Eagle. Is that big enough
It's a
for
big
you?
gun,
You
bro.
fucking.
It's a big gun.
Yeah, Desert Eagle. They gave me this little gun. I'm like, pop, pop, pop. Very cool, man. Let me see that big thing. He's like, that's a Desert Eagle. Oh, cool.
Yeah, who makes that gun?
And I went like this. Okay, what else are we gonna do today? No. We're here all day with all these bullets. I went, well, I'm not gonna do that. See ya. Got an Uber. Not interested in shooting at a fucking paper.
Yeah. Well,
Next event.
I'm obsessing over. I am literally obsessing over this. I can't believe you brought this up. This is what
I was in the
think
theater
about.
last night. It's the only thing I could think
How
about
the
for a
fuck
long
am I
time.
going to protect myself against a wild
I want
shooter? And
snacks.
it
I
happens.
want snacks.
Hey,
I
you're in
thought,
the mall.
nah.
You're in the goddamn mall. What's to stop somebody?
Bro, what about athletic events?
I know.
Dude, I was walking around Venice Beach with my dad on Saturday. Packed to the max, the boardwalk. Remember some crazy ass drove and killed a lady on her
I
honeymoon?
remember that.
What's going to
There's
stop
video
people?
of it. There's video of it. I don't know, bro.
What are we going to do?
You know what Steve Ranella, who's a hunter, said? I said, if we're going to an area where there's a grizzly bear, I want to carry a handgun. And Steve was like, no. I go, what? He goes, it's just not how it works. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, like everything in life, it happens so quickly, silently, and randomly that unless you're waiting and crouching around with a gun all the time, which you'd never do because it's too exhausting. It's called the random. It's called the unexpected, and shit happens.
No. Okay, what's his
Doesn't
name?
it, though?
What's his name? Mark?
Steve Ranella.
All right, Steve. I get that. But if a fucking grizzly bear happens to pop out and attack me and have a gun, my chances
When you're in the
surviving
movie theater.
are way higher.
When you're in the movie
if I'm in
theater.
a movie theater
Yeah.
and fucking shit
Why is
breaks
that
loose,
giant bear
you want
sitting in row? Hey, bear, put your head down. I can't see the screen.
Bro, if you're if you're in a movie theater and shit breaks down, you want Big Brown in that movie.
Yes, you do.
So go to a lot
Who
of
brought the
romantic
bear?
comedies.
Bro, you can't bring your bear into the fuck. I'm trying to watch Southpaw. You got your fucking bear eating honey. Your
Can you imagine if
bear's going to go berserk, sir.
Can you imagine if I stopped the shooting in a theater? There'd be shirts. We wouldn't hear the end of it. There'd be a movie. I'd exaggerate it.
Would you kill him with your bare hands, or would you just hold him down?
If I had a gun, I'd shoot him in the face.
But what if you didn't and you had to grab him?
I'd
What was the first thing?
I'd choke him out and then piss on him, and everyone would be like, Brandon.
Why do you always want to pee on people?
Because it's so just degrading.
But wait, so-
and then everyone has their phones out filming it.
Hold on.
They're like, oh, look at his piece. And then it hits CNN, and then they got to blur out
Man,
this
look at his
thing.
medium piece.
Look at his big old dick.
Look at that.
Eddie, stop
He's
it.
big, but he's got a medium
He's
piece.
so brown.
What's with that piece? And by
He's
the way,
so
in
brown.
an emergency, your dick shrinkles
Oh,
up.
I know.
So they'd be like, "What's with that seahorse? He's got a nub."
Nah, they're like, wait, he took the guy out. Why is he jacking off? But I'm just getting blood flow.
Hey, why?
Why did he turn around
you're
to the
that
wall?
vain, you're
yeah,
that vain.
Yeah, and then I turn and pee
Oh,
on him.
and then you pee on him.
So you got the balls
Guy's
on
got
that
a guy's got a chubby.
one. Why does the guy got a hard on?
Okay, wait. Guy's squeezing off rounds. Here, what do you do?
Squeezing
Do
up.
you punch him in the back of the head, or
I take
grab
him down.
You take him down.
Take him
But
down.
he's shooting. He's holding. Okay,
I know.
he's out.
I'm shooting. Boom. Double leg, crow cop style,
Yeah,
right
but-
through his fucking body.
But he's still got the gun in his hand. You don't.
He's in there like this, shooting up, and then I'm going to grab him.
You don't punch him.
When
the
I
back
get to
of the
the
head.
ground, I'm going to punch him and choke him out.
You're gonna hold on. You got to get to that gun.
Yeah, I know. You don't think I'm any
I
stronger
don't like your technique.
See ya. Give me this gun. That's gun. Now you're fucked.
Yeah, you're gonna put the choke on him.
Well, I'm going to hold him down and say, hey, this guy tried killing us. Watch this, everybody. And he's like, what? And I'm going to pin his arms down. Just
So Jimmy Burke. So Jimmy
piss,
Burke, my buddy.
Piss. YouTube.
Stop talking about piss, man. I don't like that you pee on the guy.
Why?
It's just weird.
Well, he went in there to kill people.
can't piss,
And the next
like,
thing you
in
know,
front
he's
of all
on the
the
ground
people.
getting pissed on.
No, gross.
And then everyone's going, Big Brown.
No, they're
Big
not. They're
Brown,
like, why is he
Big
fucking
Brown,
peeing?
Big
Sir,
Brown."
don't pee. Sir,
No,
please.
I'll be like Captain America.
Please with your medium dick.
No, I'm like Captain America,
Sir, your body's too big. Listen, this is my buddy. his friend in Staten Island. He's with his girl, and they're watching TV. A dude.
Where at?
They're in Staten Island.
And they're watching at his house?
Yep.
Okay.
He and his girl. They've had sex. They just had sex.
Okay.
Cuddle up watching TV. You know
Cool.
how you're all relaxed.
Yeah, I don't need to know that. But
Guy
small
fucking.
details.
He hears like in the kitchen. She goes, "Somebody's coming through our window." And he goes, "What?" Goes in the kitchen. All of a sudden, there's a dude who comes out. He jumps through the window and he's standing there.
And this guy has a fresh, wet dick hanging out?
Yep.
Or he has pants on?
He's got a fresh, wet dick.
Oh, it's the worst.
Hold.
Cold.
Fresh, wet dick. He's in shape. He's about 175,
Small
6'2",
guy.
thin
Okay.
guy like me. He's
Thin.
Brian Cowan, the kid.
Okay.
But probably a little more athletic with
Fresh
longer
dick.
arms.
Okay.
Ben Saunders. Let's just say he's probably built like that. In my life.
Anyways.
He's got a piece on him, apparently. Not really. I didn't see it.
Get to the goddamn story.
All right, man. Kitchen is linoleum. They got beautiful. No.
Oh, my God.
I hate details. So the guy's got his hand on the counter, and they just bought this incredible cappuccino maker.
We can slap your dick.
I hate when people go through details.
Oh, like our business manager? But carry on. We'll talk about him after this.
So now the guy
Comes through the
Robert
window.
tackles him.
Tackles your fresh,
Tackles
wet dick.
naked. Tackles fresh wet dick.
Ugh. It
Guy's
happens
like,
every
what?
time.
Puts him in a guillotine. Never did jujitsu. Just grabs him around the neck and starts squeezing.
Yeah.
Won't let go. His wife calls the cops. She goes, "There's a cop." She's like, "About Robert, my husband has him in a headlock."
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
Blah
how
blah
that
blah.
went. Yeah.
Cops come. Guy's still holding on to him. He won't let go. And he goes, "Let go. We got him." They cuff him. Let go. We got him. He goes, "I'm not letting go, this son of a bitch. I'm not letting go." He goes, "Sir, we have him cuffed." They pull him off. Guy was dead.
Oh, he held him that long?
Yeah, his face was fucking purple.
What did anything happen to you? Well, no, because he
No,
broke
and
in,
he
right?
goes, "Is anything gonna happen to me?" And the cop goes, "Relax, you're a fucking hero. Guy was in your house." He
Damn.
goes, "I didn't mean to kill him." And he goes, "Well, you held him for quite a while there."
Jeez.
Yep.
He must have held
Dead.
him for
Dead.
20 minutes.
Fucking dead.
Your friend, fresh wet dick needs to relax.
And naked as shit. Back to
No.
Back to the
Done,
cappuccino
done,
maker.
Done.
So-
next event, Evan.
I hate people to give all the details.
Like we have a business manager. I met with him for breakfast on Saturday.
Yeah. He tells stories.
Storyteller. Every detail.
Yeah.
Every detail.
Yep.
Finally had to cut him off.
Owns a boat. He's doing all right for himself.
Yeah. Oh no, he's killing the game. Great guy. But
Boats are
that's what helps me
expensive.
being Rogan's friend. Is I'm like, what would Rogan do in this situation? So I went, you know what, man? I got to get going.
Yeah.
He went, oh, okay. I went, yeah. So I'll just call you Monday, huh? See ya.
He was making a connection.
Talk
What
about
is-
a connection.
What is a
Talk about
would you have a
connection.
boat if you had the money?
No.
I wouldn't either.
They're super wasting money. You can do like a timeshare with them. It's way less
Yeah.
the way to go. How often you use a boat?
Would you buy, besides really nice cars, would you buy anything else? Like that's gadgety or cool with lots of money? Not a plane.
Well, I was thinking about the other day, especially when I go to the beach or around Venice, going to the gym. I might buy one of those. Has 2 wheels on the front, 1 wheel on the back. It's like a motorcycle.
Yeah, anyway,
less
that's
dangerous.
great. Yeah, those are like $10. Evan,
10,000.
next event.
You wouldn't know. You drive a Passat.
I'd buy one of those things in the sand, my dune buggy.
That'd
called
be
a
awesome.
dune buggy.
No, that's not a dune buggy.
Yeah, it
You know
is.
what I'm talking
It's
about.
a fucking-
These are in rap videos.
It's a
man.
three-wheeler. I know what it is. It's an ATV, all-terrain vehicle.
No, man. It's like a long fucking. It looks like the Batmobile. Like when you-
Raptors?
It might be a Raptor.
Ah, it's so boring.
It's like a motorcycle.
Those
It has
things
2
are-
on the front.
those are
man.
Yeah, they're
boring.
like street legal too, right?
Yeah.
those things are boring.
They're weird.
I'll buy you one right now.
Really?
Yeah, like I say a lot of money, and you're like, get one of those things.
You just say a lot of money. You're talking about a fucking boat.
Yeah,
Those are super lame.
we got a boat.
Fighter and Kid boat. Oh, you know what I want to do? I was at the beach and I saw those ads, with the planes flying around. I want to do a Fighter and Kid one.
Ooh,
When we sign,
That's a fantastic
when
idea.
we sign a new contract, that's what we're gonna do.
really?
Yeah,
We're gonna drag a banner.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I looked into it. Not too bad.
Not too expensive.
Not too bad.
All right. Well,
That's
it'd
a
be really
super
cool
weird idea, but I love it.
if
gonna
I'm
be
hanging
awesome.
on the very back.
No. It's
Oh, sorry.
gonna be our big logo and say "Listen to the Fire Kid" on download now on iTunes.
Yeah, that's good.
It's gonna be our
Or
No,
I
you-
like the way you think marketing, or just pictures of us giving the thumbs up.
Just us, but a picture on the beach.
Oh my
There's
God,
people have no idea what it's for. Just you and me, just back to back.
just shitty, like
like-
yeah, like that, like oops.
And then just have a thing at the bottom that says iTunes.
Or covering our mouths, like ooh, like we said something like no apologies.
No apologies. And we have suntan, just lotion like white right here.
Yeah. Or we just go with cutouts and we're lying down on the beach and we have cutouts of us.
Or we just hang on the back of the plane and shout out to Listen to Fire and the Kid.
Yeah, well, I already said that part.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm hanging behind the banner holding on.
Oh. Well, no, we're just going to do a big graphic. But we're going to do that when we sign this new contract.
Right. Or
no, it's
we
over.
fucking
Nope,
parachute.
Nope.
And on the
Killing
parachute.
Bit's over. Oh. What you got, Ev?
Can we get to that next current event that we've tried to do like 3 times
Sorry,
now?
buddy. Sorry, man.
All right.
It's Monday.
It's all good. So LaShawn McCoy, I know
I
Brendan.
was hoping you.
I
I
Brendan knows
almost
him.
ruined your. Carry
It
on.
happens every show. You almost ruin my events.
Brian's gonna love this.
So LaShawn McCoy is like an all-star of all. Is all-pro running back for the Buffalo Bills.
Top 3 running backs in the league.
Yeah, amazing.
Played for
athlete.
the Eagles last year.
Was having a females-only, invite-only party for pre-camp, like right before camp
But
started.
you have to
I
send
approve.
But you
And-
have to send your Instagram so he can
You-
see.
Double approve.
He has to send your
AKA
social media.
dirtbag.
You can't bring your phone. You have to sign a
Triple approve.
confidentiality agreement.
Three approval stars.
Yeah.
But this is what you can't do. But he blasted it all over and put the Buffalo Bills logo on
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
it. So Buffalo goes, huh?
No. You can't use the NFL to legitimize your sex party, sir.
Horrible idea, man.
God damn it.
Keep it private.
You're young. Come talk to me before you do this. You need an old, creepy professional.
Talk to Jim Kelly or some shit. Talk to Thurman Thomas.
Talk to creepy old Bryan.
Talk to Steve Tasker. I'm sure he had some wild sex parties in Buffalo.
Oh, man.
So after, he had a little bit of not in trouble, but the Bills asked him to take the logo off of his promotion for it.
Buffalo said,
So he
please
sent
don't
out-
use our logo.
He sent out another one last night, and he posted it on Instagram, and the message reads as follows.
Shit.
Since the media and internet took my before camp party out of context, I had to switch up my party strategy. So tonight I'll be inviting everyone back to my business party, featuring DJ Donald Trump on the 1s and 2s, special invited guests Rex Ryan, Chip Kelly, Roger Goodell, my man Barack Obama, Carly Lloyd, and even that terrible waiter with the awful service from the burger joint is invited. He got in trouble for leaving a really shitty tip one time.
Yeah.
Don't bring your ID because there won't be any alcohol anyway. Open smoothie bar all night though. Don't worry about that confidentiality agreement. Not only are ladies invited, but everyone is invited except Hulk Hogan. He can't come.
Yes, I like this guy.
Maybe even Meek Mill and Drake will hit the stage together. Turn up, it's party time.
That's my man. That's how you deal with it.
That was pretty funny.
That's how you deal.
That's pretty funny.
Well done.
Super dirtbag post earlier, though.
I know. I like it.
Hey, everyone, come
Why-
to my party.
is it-
Girls only.
Is it bad that that brought him closer to me?
Yeah, I mean,
like-
every NFL guy's like that. I hate
like,
to tell you.
yeah, I
That's
know.
every
I know.
athlete ever. Okay? But
Are you
just
saying
no one's
athletes have a sexual
just
appetite?
no one's dumb enough to create a fucking party and post
He's
it.
young. He got excited.
There's a
Well-
way better way to do it.
No one really knows if the party even happened last night because the confidentiality agreement still in play probably. For
Here's
real.
how you do that party. You have
And-
that party, and then you got a back room.
Yeah, you
And
know
got-
you have.
And you got one of those sliding like windows. Passwords.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
Dude,
How come you didn't
figure
do
it
one
out.
of those?
Password. Fighter and the kid.
We'll do a party.
Come on in.
We'll do a fire and kid party.
No, you gotta go post-fight party. You should have had one of those.
That'd be. I mean, not
An
like
invite only, females only.
I'm
Different
married.
Brian, he
I'm
can
married, but you know,
that. You would come though with your wife.
well, that'd be fun. Yeah. Yeah. Good way to.
I'll throw it.
Good way to
and
lose
we'll
my
send
house.
Brian pictures.
Fuck.
I'll do it. We'll send you pictures.
Thanks, buddy.
Next event, Ev.
So I don't know if Brian, you saw this. I don't know how closely you were paying attention.
Yeah.
Brendan, you definitely probably didn't see this because you didn't really watch the fights. We had our first nip slip in the octagon.
I did see it.
Yeah.
I see everything,
So,
Fokker.
did you
I
see it,
didn't
Brian?
See it, and I was there.
All right, I got
watched
some
it.
video.
Of course you
I got
didn't
video
see it.
queued up for you.
If you were there,
It was
you
in the
would see it.
Elizabeth. God, I don't even know her last. Liz Phillips.
Yeah.
Jessamine Duke fight.
I
It
wish
was
I wish
right
it
at
was
the end.
Misha Tate's tickle bitties.
Boy, by the way, Misha Tate fought a great fight, and just as sexy in person as she is on
right?
TV.
She's a good looking
Oh.
girl.
She's a
She has
smart
a
fighter. She
tailpiece on
fought
her.
great.
She speaks well too.
It was wonderful.
Has a tailpiece on her.
Yep.
And she pulled it down.
Yeah.
And titty.
Oh, good.
Screenshot.
There you go. Good for her.
That's titty right there.
Yep. And she fought a
Beautiful
fucking
brown
fight. She was so tired that she couldn't open her eyes when she was being But she's a cutie pie. I think Phillips is a cutie pie.
You think we got more of these on the horizon?
wardrobe
I
hope Misha Tate's does. Other than Misha Tate, there's not too many titties I'm trying to see.
I think Miss Phillips is a
Van Ant. If Van Ant came undone, I wouldn't be mad at it.
How about Michelle Watterson?
Would not be mad at that either at all.
Not mad at Michelle Watterson.
That's about the 3 in the world I'll take. No. Other than that, I'm like, oh!
No, I think Miss Phillips is a cutie
Other than that,
pie.
I'd rather see freaking Trash Brown's titties.
I don't think you'll be seeing his titties for a while. You saw him up close and personal.
I did see those titties. Set of tits on him. His titties might be going to jail. That's assault, brother. Good luck with your career. What else you got?
That's it. That was all the current events. All 3 of them.
Fan questions. Fan questions.
You got any creep lines, Kay?
I have one.
Oh.
Someone just left a comment on our
creep
Instagram
line.
picture.
Creep line, everybody.
This better not it better not be what I'm thinking.
What?
Go.
He says, it was my birthday yesterday.
Oh no.
I put it up my wife's butt and whispered to myself, bunny hole. And I'm looking right
Sir,
at you, Bryan.
Sir, I'd like to shake your hand and thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Bunny hole.
That's so good. Hey, bunny hole.
Good Lord.
That's really funny.
While you're getting these fan questions together, we get a lot of emails. Like I said, our people send me these emails.
People are going through some tough times.
People are going through some crazy tough times, but there's some that we need to acknowledge. But you guys carry on while I figure this out.
Brendan doesn't think that we read any of these, but we do.
We read all the emails.
We all do.
God,
By the way, hey, Bryan, giving out your
disagree.
personal email, probably not a great idea.
I told you to edit that.
I do appreciate all the love I get from all the guys, though. I've been getting some great emails, but just don't abuse it, everybody. I don't mind if you email me. People have been really awesome.
Well, you know what
It's all
happens when
good.
you tell people not to do something, though, right?
Yeah, it's good, though.
Now it's going to get worse.
It's all good. So guys just reaching out, asking questions and stuff, and a lot of them are just like, shouldn't have given you your email out, but I got a question or they have a comment, and it's all overwhelmingly positive. It's all good. I appreciate it.
Everybody, please don't email Bryan Callen anymore.
I feel like if you give people the benefit of the doubt, like I've given my number out plenty of times to people if they want free tickets and stuff, they never abuse it. Never. Even guys who have my number, they got it off like fucking Rogan's podcast.
Well, Chad Mendes had to change his number when Chael dropped it. That was real.
Why did Chael do that?
I don't know if he ever really came out and said why he did. Like
He released it. Yeah. It's weird.
Chad made some joke in the embedded videos that Chael has like a stepbrothers kind of like sleep activity kind of deal.
Yeah.
And that he thinks that's what happened.
And
That he put it out during then. But I doubt that. That doesn't sound legit to me. But in any case, Chad had to change his number. People blew his ass up.
Damn.
So let's go question for question here. You do one, Evan, then I'll do one. I'll start. Right? So I'm gonna read these ones from the internet that they forward to me, and then you go.
We're doing trade-off fan questions?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to read one to you guys, and then you read one. I'll start. This is from the Fire and the Kid email. So this guy says, my name is Eric. I'm 15 years old, amateur Muay Thai kickboxing fighter. I have a 1-0 record and have competed in 2 separate exhibition fights. Tonight I competed in my 3rd event. Leading up to this event, I was unmotivated, out of shape, and careless. I was sort of hoping for an injury to occur so I wouldn't have to compete. Is this normal? ? I just wasn't feeling it. During the fight, I felt okay. My lungs were heavy, but I wasn't gassed out at all. In the 2nd round, he threw a heavy head kick that caught me flush. Didn't knock me out, but I was wobbled. I was still very much in the fight, but because I took an extra step, the ref stopped it. Blah, blah, blah. There's no 8 count. They stop it early. I was upset, but I could understand the reason why they stopped it. Anyways, I was embarrassed. My teammates, family, and friends were all in the crowd. I have a reputation to be one of the more technical strikers in our gym as well. People are usually very impressed, especially considering how young I am. I felt tons of pressure going into the fight to keep my reputation of being young and an exciting fighter. Now I'm dreading going to the gym tomorrow to face all the "you did good" or "how did the fight go" from my teammates. No, it wasn't good, and the fight went horrible. So I left too quick and didn't say anything. I felt like an asshole. I cried the entire ride home. I'm very passionate about martial arts. I started about 3 years ago. I teach at my gym. I pretty much have dedicated my teenage life to the gym and martial arts. Please tell me if what I'm experiencing is normal and the best way to bounce back from something like this. Big Brown and the Kid. Thanks, Eric. Cal, you want to take this one?
I mean,
expectations,
I'm going to let you take most of
the
it.
fighting, but you can carry on
But
some of it.
I do think that a lot of what he's feeling is normal, and I do think that anything worth it has lots of these kinds of emotions and lots of times when you are essentially dealing with how to manage your mood, yourself, your expectations versus your actual performance. And I will just say that I think anybody who's really successful and anybody that he looks up to has probably, if not written this email, written it to themselves in their head or had these same thoughts. What do you think?
Yeah, it's normal. The thoughts of it's your body, telling you that you're going to be in danger, so it's coming up with reasons not to do it. That's all normal. You just have to get past that just with experience. Hey, listen, man. I didn't stay at the Fighters Hotel on my way to the Travis Brown fight. Huge fight, right? Fighting in the main card, third from last on a huge card in Las Vegas, MGM Grand. I took a taxi instead of the Fighters bus to the hotel. I remember riding in the taxi, and that's the way your brain works. I remember saying to myself, God, I could just tell this taxi driver, just go to L.A. I'll give you $600. Just keep driving to LA.
Just keep driving to LA. I don't want to.
I had my full gear on, everything. Just fucking keep going, man. Fuck this noise. I can tell dick jokes for the rest of my life and be fine.
Yeah.
I'm just keep going. So it's all normal.
Yeah.
Also, so he's talking about all these expectations. That's him putting these expectations on himself. I do the exact same thing. I put so much pressure on myself. It's ridiculous that I don't perform the way I should. So that's you doing that. And then you got to remember, fear is something you create in your mind. Fear is an emotion where you're thinking of preconceived results that haven't happened. It's you making up
100%
situations, scenarios in your mind that have not happened yet. But you're saying, if this happens,
it's like trying to predict the future.
And that's what you're scared of.
Yeah.
So somehow you need to shut that all out if you want to continue.
What's great about what you're saying and what's great about even having this conversation is that the fact that he's putting himself out there constantly is raising these questions. And when you have to grapple with these questions, which everyone has to do when you want to be successful at anything, it's really called self-mastery.
He's 15.
I know. And at 15, he's on the right path. He's on the right path. I just don't want you to get any head injuries. Try to be careful. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, this is kind of what's going to make you somebody you admire.
Well, whether you're the next fucking Big Brown or you're whatever you decide to do, you're going to learn from this and make you a better person. Yeah. Dealing with this, 99.9% of the world doesn't deal with these decisions.
You can always tell like people who are accomplished or like people who've put themselves through some shit because it generally humbles you. It generally shows you. Yeah. More importantly, people like that have a better sense of who they really are versus people who didn't put themselves up against it.
Yeah, because you find out who you are when you're in those situations.
Absolutely.
Or you find out if it's for you.
Yeah.
But like I said, to have heavy legs, dude, yeah. I've been in the back, I'm like, good Lord, I'm out of shape when I'm in the best shape of my life. Yeah. That's just your mind.
You're 15. Give yourself
as far as fear goes, though, man,
some time.
You got to overcome that because all fear is doing is you're creating, and I do the exact same thing, but you're creating these false results that haven't happened yet.
Or I would say fear may never go away, but learn how to use fear, and you will learn how to use it. You'll learn how to take fear, and instead of it crippling you, you'll learn how to use it to motivate you.
There you go.
Everybody who you know is afraid, especially fighters.
Oh, yeah, everyone. What do you got, Ev?
First one we'll do, this one comes from Oder Porstein. I want to surround myself with good, creative, and inspiring people. What's the best way to make more friends like that? That one comes from Twitter.
Say that again?
He wants to surround himself with good, creative, inspiring people. What's the best way to make more friends like that?
The short answer is you've got to become who you want to hang out with. If you are an example of those qualities by what you do and establishing what you really want, what is your desire and what is your real need, and you follow that path, and if you set goals that scare you, as Brennan always says, that's probably the best way.
You're going to attract those people. You're going to attract what you put out. So if you're a dirtbag and you're doing drugs, you're going to attract other dirtbags who do drugs. If you're a motivated guy, you're in shape, you eat well, you dress well, you tend to hang out with people who have the same things in common. Also, just keep doing your thing and you'll meet people that are motivating. At the same time, don't waste your time on people who aren't. Yeah. That's number one.
Yeah.
Don't for sure quit wasting time on people that aren't running the same race. We talk about this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We have friends who aren't run the same race as us. I don't talk to them or hang out with them that much. We still have time for them, but really, it's about goals.
I think it's interesting too. Like I'll see somebody like Clay Guida, or I'll see somebody like Matt Brown, or Donald Cerrone's my buddy, and
they're all your buddies.
We don't have. It's not like I'm a fighter, but I think the reason that you connect with somebody like that, somebody I admire who's a fighter, a really good fighter, and I see what they put themselves through, is because they've seen me do stand up. I've seen them fight. There's a common ground there where we both kind of worked really hard to get where we are.
Yeah,
and so sometimes
it's a bit of a stretch, but yeah, I hear
no,
you.
it's not,
no,
because you share in sort of the language of
It's
accomplishment.
a rare club. No, it's a
is.
rare club. It's kind of like.
I mean, you immediately can connect. He's like, oh yeah, you're really funny. Oh yeah, you're a really good fighter.
Well, it's a rare club where, oh yeah, you don't listen to the man. You didn't follow the rules.
Yes.
We're both here making money,
Yes.
doing things that we weren't supposed to do.
Right.
We're both kind of these outlaws according to society.
Sure.
We're in the club.
And the other thing that's
But
cool
we
is
don't
that-
wear gay vests with our names on the back.
Hey, and the other thing is that it motivates you too. Like when you are acquaintances or friends with people that accomplish big things, like TJ Dillashaw or something, it's inspiring. You're like, you fucking champ. It's cool to be even in that area.
Yeah, he's not your friend. But the thing is,
my best friend.
yeah,
We have a,
the
we're
thing
moving in
is,
together.
you're gonna represent and act like the 5 most people you hang out with most. Think about the 5 people you hang out with most, and that's how you're gonna act.
That's true, man.
Think about it.
That's actually true. In this case, it's me,
It's
you, and
me.
Rogan, and
It's you, me, Rogan.
I don't even
Pretty
see
good
Rogan
group,
enough.
though.
It's really me and you, and and Rogan, and who else? With Sasso, Talia here and there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
How about I sent you and Sasso the picture of my burnt body?
dude, you got very red.
I got burnt, man. I'm big red right now.
Yeah, you look like a giant lobster.
Giant red
Picture of him
lobster.
naked with just a towel covering his jewels.
Giant red centipede. What else you got, Ev?
We'll stick with you a fight one. This is from iJustice. He wants to know about rematches. As a fighter, do you truly want to avenge all of your losses, specifically your losses?
Kind of. I mean, if they're close, you do. Like, people are like, oh, wouldn't you love to fight Arlovsky? Not really. Not really at all. The one fight, well, and now he's just too goddamn old. It doesn't make sense. But Nogueira's about the only one. Maybe Rothwell. Not really. I'm not like that. I love everyone, so I'm not very like avengeful. Like,
You're
I
not-
don't
you're
care.
not super-
I just want him to win. I mean, not really. That's a weird question. People think you want to get back at the guy, something like that.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, if me and Roy Nelson fought right now, it'd be a different fight. I think if I fought any of those guys, it would be. The only one that wouldn't make much different right now would be Travis Brown, just because that was so recent. If we fought again, that's a tough fight,
Having
man.
to deal with that reach.
Yeah, we talked about it. That's a tough fight.
Did you talk about it on the podcast?
Yeah, with you and me. God damn it, man.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's scary to me?
What?
In 10 years, you're going to be 60.
I'm going to be 58.
60. You're on the back 9 of life. Think about the show. Your hair's, let's be honest, see ya.
Bullshit. I'll get a hair transplant and
At
I'll die.
60 though?
Fuck off. Of course.
But your brain, we got to worry about a
Hey,
little bit.
bro, I'm going a little senile, but so what? I'll take Alpha Brain or something.
My dad's getting older. He kept going, huh? There's nothing I hate more than having to repeat myself.
You're not a very nice guy.
He kept going, huh?
Hey, guess what? You're not a nice person.
Huh?
If
That's
you're
all.
mean to your dad, I wonder how you're going
I'm
to be
not
with
mean
me.
to him at all.
What? What,
with
Brendan?
you?
By the way, you'll be 42. And big dogs don't age very well.
Well, I might not look the best, but I'll look better than you. That's for sure.
Fuck off. Damn it.
Next question, Ev.
All right, this one's from Super Plumber. How do you spend? I know.
He must be a beast plumber and love his job.
Super plumber.
I need a Twitter name. How about Super Plumber? I'm good.
I don't care if an elephant shat in your bowl. I will
Call Super
unclog that.
Plumber.
Key just sends me a list of the Twitter questions that we're going to be reading today, and it just gives me their handle name, not like their real name if they even include it in the first place. So I have to read off these ridiculous fucking names. Half of them I can't even make actual words
do
out
you
of.
guys get them off Instagram or Twitter mainly? Both.
Key pulls them from both, yeah.
Yeah. Because we get a shitload. We get way more on Instagram. And I feel like better questions off Instagram. Carry on, Ev.
Anywho, Super Plumber. This is a pretty important question, I think. How do each of you spend the first and last hour of your day?
Ooh, shit. The first hour of my day, I spend stretching, drinking coffee,
Hashtag old as fuck.
and probably watching my kids eat breakfast.
Staring at the wall.
Staring at my kids.
I wake up lately. I've been waking up literally at 5 or 6.
Jesus.
I read the news in bed for literally an hour and 20 minutes.
Wow.
Then I wake up, drink coffee, watch ESPN, and then I come here. I work out. And then the last hour, did you say what you did
I didn't
last
say what
hour?
I did in my last hour, but typically my last hour is spent power fucking, posing in a mirror, or writing, or watching TV. Shit, I'm not very inspiring. My last hour. You know what? My last hour is usually driving home after a gig.
Yeah, late night. That's what I
Yeah,
was say.
I'm a
I could have told
vampire,
yours
man.
late. Yeah, you get home late.
I'm driving home listening to
Like 2 in the
Radio
morning.
Lab or fucking a book on tape.
How you
or-
don't fall asleep
or
and crash
writing.
is beyond me.
I've done. Oh man, I'm barely holding my
Me
eyes
too.
open sometimes.
I've been there, man.
Not a safe driver.
Not a safe driver.
I don't drink, so luckily, I have a
Thank
beer or
God,
something.
yeah. My last hour is usually TV, just chilling, watching TV. I drink tea almost every night. I drink peppermint tea every single night.
Do you?
Yeah, and watch TV. Usually pass out.
Yeah. Do you do any other things?
Me, I'm the same with you, man. I'm like the power drive at home every now and
No,
then.
I mean, do you?
Are we gonna? Or you don't want to go down this road, my man.
What did you think I was gonna say?
I don't know. What were you gonna say?
Why are you getting nervous?
I'm not nervous.
I was gonna ask you. Let me whisper it.
No.
Hold on. Look at me.
Oh no.
You want me to say that?
No. I don't know what he's talking about. Next question, Evan.
Bullshit.
Next question.
We'll talk about it later.
All right. Fine.
Now everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck are they talking
Yeah.
about?
Yep. Pretty much. Fine. All right.
Next question.
We'll move on.
Hey,
and
man.
Sorry, bro.
You want to go down this road?
I don't know.
I will drop some fucking
Do I have any?
bombs.
Do I have any bombs that you can drop? I don't do much. I'm pretty easy. Hey, man.
Carry
Hey,
on,
we're
Evan.
Like, we're like a couple of teenage
We don't
girls,
wanna
like,
play this.
We're like a couple
Yeah.
of teenagers like, don't you say anything.
All right, we'll wrap it up on this one. This is from Instagram from Jiu-Jitsuism. I'm dating an awesome jiu-jitsu girl, same rank as me. We train at separate schools, but many of our teammates know each other because the schools are affiliated. I love figuring this life out together, but sometimes it can be stressful. Any tips on dating a fellow fighter?
My
Yeah.
man. Oh, really? How many? Oh, go ahead, fighter. How many fellow fighters have you dated?
No, here's my advice. I say this. Instead of even thinking about her
Yeah,
as
you
a
take
fighter,
this one
think
first.
of her as a woman and just tell her you want to take her out. The fuck?
No,
It's
they're
already
already
his
dating, you
girlfriends.
fuck.
Oh, they're dating. Oh, shit.
I'll take this one.
Sorry, buddy.
I've dated a fighter. And for me, I don't know. For me, it's exhausting because you have too many similarities. You're going through the same thing. So if you need nurturing, you're not going to get it. Because especially if she's a female fighter, they don't come with that same programming as other girls do. Hate to tell you. In my experience, they don't come programming to be nurturing, taking care of you, and loving. They're fighters. They're just like guys. Does that
There's an
make sense?
exception, and that exception is Bryan Caraway and Miesha Tate. And I want to say something about that. I watch those guys very closely. That's a great American love story. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm tired of that guy getting booed. That guy put out a great fight, and in my opinion, Bryan Caraway is a real fucking man. That guy has the confidence to stand by his girl's side. He's so supportive. He's out there. They're both cornering each other. When she won, he was hugging her, kissing her. That's a fucking American love story. I think that love story is shaming. Those guys are clearly in love. They're a team. That dude has the confidence to give it all to her.
Yeah, for sure. But
No, I hate when people they fucking boo the guy.
Oh, I know.
Fuck you
That
guys
is
for
crazy.
booing. Bryan
But-
Caraway is an awesome.
No, yeah, I
he's
know.
awesome.
Yeah, he is.
Why are you dissing
Brandon,
him?
I
you wanna
need
go
you.
first?
I need you to relax.
I won't.
100%
It bothers
relax.
me. What?
Go ahead, Evan.
I'm 99% sure Eddie Wineland is either an Illinois or an Indiana guy, so it's basically a hometown crowd for him.
Yes.
Which is why Caraway was getting booed and Wineland was getting
I
cheered.
know. He's
No, you don't
he's a
know that.
Chicago
No, you
guy.
don't know
No,
that.
I did know that.
You don't know
But he still
shit.
gets booed. Like he gets. I feel
Because
like he
everyone
gets-
wants to fuck your girl. That's why.
That's bullshit. Anyway, the point is that's a good relationship, and
No,
that
people
guy's
can
awesome.
do it, but it takes a special kind of relationship.
Yes.
It takes a very special type
Yes.
of dude.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It would have to take a dude. It would have to take a dude. Nothing against Bryan Caraway. It'd have to take a dude who's willing to take a back seat.
Yes.
Because you're dealing with alpha females.
You got to be a confident dude. I mean, I don't have it.
It's not even that. It's not even that. No one's more confident.
It's a personality type?
It's a personality type where you would have to check your ego and take a back seat, and you have to make it about them. They're the breadwinner. I don't have it in me. I never have.
Yeah. I think I might have it in me. Do I? I don't.
No, man. You're not a fighter, so you would never understand.
No, but I'm saying personality type, bro.
No, you're an out. What? You're an alpha male like a motherfucker. Oh yeah, Brian. Try. Let's say in a reverse lifestyle. Try dating a girl who's bringing all the bread home, and she's telling you what to do. You?
No.
Oh, you're gonna go out tonight and do a set? No, you're not.
No,
you're staying here and breaking down fucking fight tape with me.
Look, I don't know what the relationship is, but I'm impressed with that relationship.
Me too. Oh, my hat's off to both of them.
No
They're
doubt.
killing it.
No doubt.
Because I tried it.
By the way, you want to talk about a crowd pleaser? How many people love Miesha Tate? Miesha Tate is
She's gone about the right way, man.
She really has. She's a class act and fought an intelligent fight. She's such a class act.
I think she's one of the top 5 most marketable fighters they have on the roster.
100%. That's a good example of somebody who should definitely be doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because she's pretty, speaks well.
Yep.
Dope skills.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. She's great.
How Bryan Caraway and them do it, I have no idea.
It's impressive. I'll tell you that much. He's a cutie pie. Got up close and personal with him. Just walked by me. I was like, he's a cutie pie.
Smaller man.
Smaller man, but a cutie pie. All right.
Misha's bigger than him.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that question. I think we're done.
Are you done?
No, I'm going to be in Dallas this weekend, the Addison Improv. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You come see me.
You're there Sunday,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm back Monday morning. I land at 10.
Okay,
we jump
that
right
works,
into the
buddy.
podcast. I want to see people out at the Addison Improv.
I want to see you bust out your Jay Novacek jerseys and bust out your Daryl Johnson Dallas Cowboy jerseys for Bryan Callen.
There it is.
Maybe a little Emmett Smith.
I will sign
Deion
whatever
Sanders,
you want.
Troy Aikman jersey. You wouldn't be mad at that.
No, I wouldn't. No, I
How
would
about a little
not.
Tony Romo jersey?
Ooh, a little Tony Romo. Maybe even Tony Dorsett.
Ooh, old school.
I'll pull it out.
How about a Charles Haley?
Ooh.
We can do this all day. Keep
I don't
going.
know who that is, but I'm pretending.
You don't know who Charles Haley is?
Kenny the Snake Stabler.
Oh.
Come on, man.
What
The
about
late Kenny.
Leon Lett?
Leon.
Leon Lett?
No.
What about Darren Woodson?
How about Ronnie White? No, I don't think he was Dallas.
That killed it. Anyways, big,
All right.
hey, Master Kim's big brown bear T-shirts.
Maybe the coolest.
drop.
I'm excited about these shirts.
Might be the best work we've done.
I love it. Big brown. What does it say? It says Big Brown Bear.
Yeah, it says Master Kim's big brown bear, has a dope ass bear in the middle. It comes in black with mint green lettering and a mint green bear, and then it comes in matte black and a white bear.
When is
Pretty
it dropping?
Dope. We're gonna drop these Monday night. Next Monday.
One thing is that the Abercrombie Fight Club shirts, I believe, sold faster than any shirt we've dropped ever.
Mm-hmm.
Those are dope shirts.
Women's tanks sold out too. Oh, we also have Big Brown Bear Master Kim's women tanks.
Ooh.
In all mint green and black.
Please get my wife one. Please.
I'll try, man.
Please, dude.
I like money.
I'm serious.
I know. I like money.
My wife literally, it's a problem in my relationship because I haven't gotten her a shirt.
Go online and order them.
Bro, come on. Get me one. Jay, Shab, you save me two smalls.
Whoa.
I'm being serious.
Why does she need two?
Different colors, man. It's
No,
my
there's
wife.
only one color.
All right, so
It comes in
save
all
one.
mint green.
All right, I want one.
You get one.
Come see me in Addison.
Well, she gets one, then you don't get one. So it depends.
Wait, you have big brown tanks for men?
No.
Okay.
I'm
one
excited
too.
about the Murdered Outlook. Anyways, you know where to get it. TFATK.com for everything Firing the Kid related.
And my schedule.
And your schedule. And don't forget, we got our first live Firing the Kid
In
Brea
Austin.
Improv.
Oh, well, yeah.
Fuck, man.
That's
It's
October.
mind-boggling
What's
sometimes.
First? October 1st?
October 1st, Brea Improv, Firing the Kid live, first show.
I'm nervous about it.
And then we'll map it out. We'll be fine. I'm not sure when those tickets go on sale. Anyways, TFATK.com. This is the Firing the Kid. We're out.